Yo-hooo! Hello! Welcome to today's stream! Yay! Today I have two guests with me. Are you with me?
Hey, yes. I just unmuted myself, yes.
Yo! Hello!
Hey.
Hey.
So, we're finally back. It's been a while since the last summary. I need to become faster preparing the presentations. But yeah.
I mean, it's been nice to have this time to relax and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just doing other stuff. But at last we are here to continue with the retelling of the Azure One D&D campaign. Yay!
Woo!
Finally!
I gotta be the hype man.
Yeah, gotta be hyped. Yay!
Hype man, hype Mike.
So, well, we've done this multiple times, but we can introduce ourselves once again. I'm Yomi, I don't need to be introduced though, but...
No, this is your channel. Well, I'm Aleph. I'm the DM for this campaign.
Yeah, you were here some days ago playing Terraria.
Yep. Yes, I was.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was.
And I'm the man, the legend. I don't need any introduction whatsoever. The Great Dual.
The Great Dual.
I mean,
The
this
cleric.
story goes about me, so of course you know me if you watched this before.
Yeah.
Of
So,
course.
we're gonna continue with the retelling of the D&D campaign at last. Last time, we finished the Alexandria arc. It was a very intense arc. We finally met the big bad of the story. This guy named Jibril. Let me find him. There he is.
Yeah,
Just gonna put this.
you're still trying to find him.
Yeah, in game as well. We're still trying to find him in the campaign as well. Hello,
The whole
welcome.
campaign is just a big "Where is Jibril?"
Where
like
is Jibril?
the Wallow book, but
The
it's
Waldo
Jibril.
book. Yeah, so we finally met the big bad. We defeated the primal beast who was about to destroy an entire island and possibly the world after that. So yay, we saved Fanta Grande. Yay!
Yay!
And
Woo!
after that, we went to explore some ruins. Very nice astral library that had a bunch of lore and information that would be very relevant from then on. Basically, we got the names of our collectibles.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
How do they call it? The thingamajigs or the MacGuffins?
The
Yeah.
MacGuffins, yeah.
The MacGuffins.
The
The study device.
The story device, yeah. It's very useful to have something like that. Just
Yeah, funny story how we find so many of them.
that you're right. So far we have only found 2 of them. Oh no.
Saves wine.
We are kind of slow at this, but we'll get there. We'll get there at some point. So after that, you reunited with our old friends, Sakamoto's group, who were gonna help us on a future quest, which we are probably not gonna get there today.
Or tomorrow.
Or
Or the day after.
or the day after. We'll see. We'll get there at some point. But the thing is, we now have 2 new friends in the party as well. Maximilian and Buff are officially members of our circus.
Woo! Yeah.
Yay!
Wait. I have a question.
Yeah.
What's your question?
They didn't get the tattoo yet.
The what?
No, they have it.
They have it.
The what?
Yeah. The pine paint stuff.
The
At the end of
mark of friendship.
Oh yeah, they got the mark of friendship.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
They
Then
got
that's
the pine tattoo.
At the same time as you too.
Yeah, they were there when we got the friendship
Oh.
marks.
True. I forgot. Oh my god.
Yup.
W- w- I'm thankful that Yomi is the one that's telling this because I don't remember anything.
But anyways, let's continue from where we left it last time. So, after all the deal with Alexandria, we teleported back to Nale Grande. We went back to Gross Island. And we went directly to the tower to have a reunion with Island, who we needed to report the news on the quest, like, yeah, we have fulfilled our mission, yay, we got the tools to make the dark essence, we made dark essence, we found some stuff, we found some upgrades for the astral ship.
Yeah, that was your mission. You kind of did that
Yeah.
on an extra, so.
You're right. Yeah, we found some upgrades for the Shinryu, our ship. Yeah, and of course, and this is intermission 2, return to Idelva 2, Electric Boogaloo.
There's a lot of twos, yes.
Yeah. I wrote this title as a meme, but I left it. Now it's official. It's officially Electric Boogaloo.
This happened more than one time. Putting something as a meme and then making it official.
Yes.
It's kind of our thing. Right, Dungeon Daddy?
Two, that's your one. That's only one time you're gonna do this today.
You wasted your opportunity.
No, I see. That one was good.
Fair point.
But
I
anyways,
will have another try tomorrow.
yeah, the daily Dungeon Daddy mention. Anyways. Yeah, let's set some music for the mood. It's D&D, it's gotta be D&D like music, I guess. Isabel, you can do that.
You cannot ban me.
No, I'm the DM. I can only give those passes. That's how it works.
So, we had a meeting with Island, and we informed her that, yeah, we have fulfilled the mission, everything is perfectly completed. We fulfilled everything we had to do, and we have new friends, yay! And as a reward, Alan gave us the keys for a house. Like,
Yes.
our payment, aside from money, it was a house, and it's not your regular run-of-the-mill house. It's a friggin' mansion.
Oh yes, it's quite big. I mean,
It's a very big mansion. I built that mansion in Minecraft, and it's big.
Eva, are you okay?
It's quite big.
I mean, I actually like. Well,
Well,
I guess we'll
please.
talk about this later, but how I made the maps. But,
Yeah,
Well,
well,
I
like that.
didn't make them, but
We still got some other things before we get to the house. But the thing is, we got a mansion. We got our very own mansion at the outskirts of Luxurious, the capital city of Idelva. And she told us that we shouldn't bother our neighbor too much. Our neighbor is a general named Denner, who doesn't even have a token because I forgot to draw him a token, but he doesn't really matter that much. He's just a rando that lives besides our house. So yeah, he's the neighbor, the annoying neighbor who's actually annoyed by us, but yeah. And And well, he's a general, he has a high rank, so we shouldn't bother him too much because he doesn't have a very good temper and all that. But yeah, we were like, yeah, sure, well, we got a house. That's great.
Yeah, because we don't have a salary, but they gave us a house, so
Yeah.
I guess it kind of pays off.
I mean, they're really big house.
I mean, it's a very big house. So, the thing is, after that, we thought, hey, why don't we do some trials? And we decided to do some trials. You know, those battles that the people in the Tower of Mages do from time to time just for fun. And there were some volunteers. Reminder that Sakamoto's group was also there with us, even if they don't show up here. And basically, there were some volunteers for that. The first was Liena versus Akari.
Oh yes,
Oh,
I
this one,
do remember
yeah.
this one.
This battle was great. But, Liena went to Akari and asked her if she wanted to do a trial. And Akari was like, yeah, sure, let's fight. And after that, Maximilian and Bab really wanted to participate in the trials. And Ryu said, yeah, let's do that. I can fight with you. Anyone else wants to join? And I did. I joined. Mayo decided to join, so the other battle, the second battle, was Ryu and Mayo versus Maximilian and Buff. And lastly, some members of the crew wanted to try something different from usual. So we ended up with this matchup. Ruby and Nibris
Yes.
versus Dual and Sasha. Because usually Ruby and Sasha work together and Nibris and Dual are bros. And they were like, yeah, why not try to fight differently this time? Let's try something different. And those were basically the battles we got.
Yeah, I just wanted to show my superiority in front of Ibris.
Oh wait, I realized I forgot something. But meanwhile, we can explain about this battle in particular. So
Yes, there was a suplex actually. on that one.
Was it
And-
the first?
I will set the waiting screen and add something I forgot. But meanwhile, feel free to explain about that.
Okay. I mean, this battle was like really interesting. I think Akari won.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hakari
Hakari
won.
won.
But I mean, Lena fought really, really well. I mean, she had like difficulties.
I mean, at that point, Liena, what was? Artificial level 2, wizard level 3? What was she?
I think you left Alexandria being level 6 or 7.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
But she wasn't still she didn't have her subclass yet, but wizard. So
Oh. I
There we
mean,
go.
multiclassing is hard at the beginning because it takes a while to actually get the good things about multiclassing.
Yeah.
it pays up though. It
Yeah.
actually pays up in the long run. But
Usually you wanna get the cool stuff from your class before moving to another, but then it's like, wow, but it's a level every once in a while, and it's getting the full potential of some multi-classes can take long, but it's
Oh, yeah.
worth it. It can be worth it. But yeah, especially Liena who has 3 classes. She has 3 classes. And I remember the battle between Akari and Liena. Akari, she set her darkness clouds over the field, and I can't remember. She kept teleporting from one to the other like she usually does, and Lena ended up being able to grapple her and suplex her. That was brutal. And there was also there was something very important in this battle actually.
Yes.
Lena's dagger awakened. You know, the cursed dagger that we got in the very first dungeon, Gandruya. She all of a sudden it sprouted some sort of shield. It was a shield. There was it's a shield that can allow some different kinds of
Force fields, yes.
materials to pass. Like you can set the shield so only magic can pass through it, so that only or is it the opposite? Like magic effects can pass through
it's an
it.
item that's called Cube of Force.
Hmm.
And the thing is that instead of a cube, it's a dagger. So if you actually search for the Cube of Force, you can actually like each side of the cube does something different in the sense that you can have one that it's just like magic can pass but not physical objects. Then it's one air cannot pass and water cannot pass, but well, it depends. It's like physical, magical, and there's like different options, so you can choose, and it has like charges, and you need to actually wait for the charges to come on each day, so you know what you are kind of gonna use, and if you use it all up, then you are kind of screwed. So you have to be careful when you use it.
Yeah, it's basically some dagger that has different shields for different kinds of stuff, and it's very useful. And it awakened in this battle, and I remember there was this moment in which Lena she cast I think it was heat metal on Akari's daggers, and Akari's hands started burning, and then Lena felt bad and she stopped the spell, and well, but it was a very intense battle. It was very nice.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Two epic 9-year-old kids are battling babies.
To death.
Now Lena is not 9-year-old. Akari is 9-year-old.
14. Well, now she's 15.
Yeah, she's 15 now. But
She
anyways,
was 14 here.
yep. I think she was 14 here. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure though. I should look at the calendar.
I think she was.
Yeah, probably.
Wait,
Anyways,
I think she was 14.
The next battle, I have to say I really like this battle. It was a
Not
very important moment for Mayo, to be honest. And it was, we spent so much time, me and Drew's player, planning out a strategy against Maximilian and Bam. We spent a lot.
Did?
Yeah, we actually did some planning, and it was great. I remember the entire battle long ago, but I'm not sure how accurate my memory is now.
I just remember that the first turn was like really wild. Like Drew went full for Maximilian, and Maximilian went full for Drew, and then like Maximilian got unconscious, and then Buff shot Drew, so he got unconscious, and then it was just like my own Buff. I think that was like the gist of it.
Yeah, it was like there was a triggering counterspell, absorb elements counterspell.
Wow, yeah, I remember that. There was this. I remember how it went. I remember Mayo started with greater invisibility. She just went to the background and started giving support from there, and Drew just walked to the front, right in front of Maximilian, and I think Maximilian shot at him, and then Drew used Hellish Rebuke, and Maximilian was about to use Absorb Elements, and Mayo used counterspell on it, so Maximilian would get all the damage, and basically Maximilian was yeeted out of the surface of the field. Well, he was easily defeated. Fortunately, he didn't give too much trouble that time. But just after that, Bav shoot Ryu, and Ryu fell unconscious, and I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Well, that's what barbarians do.
But I was like, oh no, Mayo versus Bav. No, Mayo was alone against the barbarian, so I was in a very dangerous spot. I was like, oh no, I'm in danger.
So you use a cheese.
I use cheese.
You use cheese.
Well, she does like rat women.
I don't. What does this have to do with anything?
No, it's fine.
Anyway.
Go on.
Anyways, what happened was that, meanwhile, this is important. Meanwhile, Gio and Maximilian were they were unconscious, but Maximilian wasn't really unconscious. They were still conscious at some level, and they were speaking through telepathy because when the battle began, Maximilian and Bav, they started the trial of Alexander. They summoned the 4 towers and the sky darkened, and apparently that was our trial. It was Gio and Mayo's trial. Just there in this very nice battle for fun. Yeah, we're gonna judge you. So we were like,
oh, it's kind of their style.
Yeah. And so Maximilian basically, he was speaking with Ryu mentally, and he was like, I think he told Ryu something like, I'm gonna show you that we are not so different. And Ryu was, yeah, sure.
Yeah, Drew was kind of angry at that.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, you don't understand me. You don't know who I really am. And Maximilian was like, well, you'll see. I will prove you tomorrow that we are not that different. And that was the start of a very nice friendship between the two.
Yeah, it was a start.
Bro. And meanwhile, Mayo was still invisible, but Bav was approaching. So what Mayo did was try to keep Bav away with dissonant whispers. I kept using dissonant whispers on Bav, and every time Bav ran towards Mayo at full speed, Mayo would try to dodge her grapple because Bav was trying to grapple her all the time.
Well, I mean, if you got a little potato, the best thing you can do is just grab her.
Yeah.
What all?
It was basically just running away from Bav, thanks to dissonant whispers. But in the end, well, Mayo's luck ran out, and she ended up being grappled by Bav. And I remember Bav was telling her, and through telepathy as well, because of the trial, something like, get angry. You should get angry.
Was Bav just like, don't you are tired to be nice?
Yeah, she was literally like, aren't you
wanna go
tired
batshit.
of being nice? Don't you just wanna go apeshit? And Maya was like, what the hell? But yeah, basically that's what happened. Ryu's part was, you probably know this better than me, Aleph, about what Ryu's part of the trial was. Mayo's was basically that she's usually a very calm person, and it's like, you can get angry. You can express your anger. You can, I don't know, you can go apeshit sometimes.
I think, if I remember correctly, because I don't. I think his part was more like an excuse because Maximilian knew Drew didn't like him in a sense of because you at that point didn't know his upbringing. You just thought he was just like a rich kid, and that's about
short
it.
king.
Short king.
A short king. Well, that's that's a given. He's a short king for sure.
Yeah, Maximilian's a short king.
What, 161 centimeters or something like that? I think.
160, I think.
160. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a short king. But the thing is that you didn't know his past yet. And since you didn't know his past, the one that was more like, you know how usually Drew puts kind of like a face.
Yeah, he's
Like
always
a false mask on it.
false smile. Yeah, he always
Yeah.
acts like everything is okay, like nothing worries him, but deep down he's full of issues. And Maximilian was like, yeah, you can express yourself as well. You can rely on people. You are
Yeah.
not the only one suffering.
And Signs,
Stuff like that.
they kind of had like a similar upbringing. And
Well,
they
look
are
at them.
both,
They even have the same expression in the tokens, and I didn't do that on purpose.
No, the difference is just Maximilian is just more savage in general. But yeah, they're both like, there's 3 Empire boys, and their upbringing was a bit complicated.
Yeah.
Dual, Maximilian and Drew, they had like a very interesting upbringing in a sense. But Drew and Maximilian's upbringing was kind of similar, like they were both used when they were little, so it was a thing that Drew didn't know. And at that point, you might see that you didn't know his past, so it was a bit like going in blind. I don't know what you thought at that point because I was not in your minds.
It made me sad.
Oh, I mean, just about his past before I revealed it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you could sense that there was something there.
I mean, we knew he was the child of both houses. He was a bastard son. So, yeah. We could deduce that his wasn't the best upbringing. He hadn't had the
Also-
best childhood. And we also knew that Gillian had tried to... Well, he had been ordered to kill him once. So, yeah, that's something else as well.
And also the fact that he was like, we knew his childhood friends were for once like 2 of the most well recognized thieves of
Yeah.
Alexandria. You don't get that kind of friends in a palace.
Yeah, that's true.
And also that he had been adopted by Victor. That was probably the part that made it more obvious that he had been on the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Jew was more like you don't know shit about me, and he was like, well, I do know shit about you.
Yeah, because after the battle with Alexander, Maximilian and Buff, they knew all of our pasts. They knew all we had done. All the things that Alexander had judged about us, they knew them. They knew everything. So they were determined to show Alexander and also the party as well how to be judged in a good way, how to properly judge the people of the skies. Starting with us, of course.
I don't want Maximilian to judge me. He cannot judge me.
No, at this point, where you are right now, I don't think he doesn't need to judge like any more people. You're kind of over your own issues, kind of, in a sense.
Yeah, we're having character development.
I mean, I think I personally as a DM, I think I did good forcing a bit of Drew's development and Mayo's development, because I think that both being charisma characters, they can hide like their inner self really well.
Yeah.
So I think it was nice to like expose it.
Yup.
Mayo get exposed. You like rat woman.
No.
But
No.
for example, right now at the point of the story where you are, I cannot judge, for example, Dual, because I mean he's already over his like kind of stuff that he had, like his overconfidence, more like arrogance, really. But
I can say I might be a little arrogant at times.
Gremlin. Well, we can say that we don't need Maximilian to judge Dual when there's already a deity that does that.
Yes, exactly. Or for example, Ivris and Ruby, they also had like a lot of their stuff solved in a sense, like emotionally. So I don't need to like interfere in that, as well as just like look at them at the distance and see that they're both doing well. Liena also, she doesn't need to be judged, but Maximilian forced her hand to solve some issues she had.
Yeah, that's true. But that's much more in the future.
Yeah,
that's
but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, see,
judgment doesn't come in just battle.
Yeah,
It's
there's
different
different
for
ways
everyone.
to judge. Well, more than judging, it's I'm gonna help you get some character development.
Like it or not, and if I have to use force, I will.
Yeah, but anyways, in the ending of the battle between Buff and Mayo, what happened was basically Mayo was grappled by Buff, and I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cast Fireball on myself.
That was so metal.
Oh my god.
Really, really fucking cool.
Yeah, I cast Fireball on myself and Buff, of course. And in the next turn, Buff threw Mayo to the ground. And at that moment, Buff was already like, yeah, get angry. That's the way. That's how you do it. And then, to finish the battle, Mayo took out the sword and just ran at Buff and attacked her with the sword. And I got a natural 20 on this. It was very epic.
Such good art. I still love this one.
Yeah, I love this art so much, but I realized that I drew her holding the sword in the wrong hand. So that's why I have never finished it.
Yomi, can I say something?
Yeah, you can say something.
This is the beginning of Thick Mayo.
Yeah, kinda. But I love this art so much. And this was basically the ending of Mayo's battle against Buff. She just...
But I don't understand, what do you say about holding the sword not well?
Because she's holding it with her left hand and Mayo is right-handed.
But it makes sense that if she is right-handed and her dominant hand will be doing magic, which is like the
Not
thing
really.
that she uses the most.
I mean, using a sword with your non-dominant hand is probably much harder.
Oh, by experience, it is.
That's
It
why.
is. It's actually hard.
I don't think Maya's experienced enough with the sword to hold it with her non-dominant hand.
You can't you just kind of like rotate the image and stuff?
No, because I would have to fix the details on the hair and the accessories and
Fair enough.
yeah, it's
I really
kind
like
of
the
a
pose,
problem.
though.
Yeah, I really like the pose. Maybe one day I'm gonna reuse it for something, but yeah. But anyways, the next battle was this very unusual matchup. You probably remember this more than me, Dual.
Yeah.
I remember that when the battle started, there were 2 rubies.
Yes, they were 2 rubies. So we've been mind playing each other for the whole week, preparing for this combat, and the strategy Ruby and Ibris came with was like, okay, so we're gonna focus on Ibris first because he's in that point weaker than Ruby was.
Yeah.
So we can take him out first and then go for the big boss, which is Ruby. Also, Ibris had a way to basically immobilize us with one of his spells of Ranger. I don't remember the name, but it could have been really annoying. So we wanted to focus on Ibris first. They saw that through, so they chose to use one of the spells of Ranger that allows them to,
to disguise yourself to like another person.
Yeah. And on our side, we also had some spells prepared before. Like, I busted our HP so much. Like,
Oh yeah, you used like false life or something like that. I don't remember the
8.
spell.
Like 8 is a level 2 spell, but that gives you like a 5 extra HP to your health bar. But if you use it's a second level spell. But if you use it like a third or a fourth level spell, it gives you more and more HP. And by that point, I had a 4th level spell, and I was like, hey, what if I use it for this? We'll have 15 more HP, which is a lot.
Yeah.
So we were lucky. We actually found out who Ibris was fairly easy, just by luck, by shooting the one that was closer to us, and it was Ibris. Well, Ibris was really smart. He put a really big silence field on the middle of the battlefield.
Yep.
Which, made me have to... I'm stronger in short distance than I am in long distance. Well, I'm stronger in all places because I'm amazing, but... like, my really strong point is using necrotic spells on melee range, because that makes me do, like, a ton of more damage. So I wanted to do that, of course. And that's why Ibris put a silence spell on it. I still had a really strong spell, which is like Guiding Bolt. If you are playing a cleric, that spell is really good. You should pick it. And it's a ranged spell that did a ton of damage, and also, well, there were trees and Sasha is a rogue. You know what happens when there are trees and there's a rogue in it.
Yeah, rogue is a bit though. If you plan to do like and this is like friendly PvP. We don't like go to ill intention. It's just like a friendly, and it's not balanced. Obviously, there's like classes that excel in. It's not a game made for this, right?
Yeah.
And rogue and monk actually get like the best movesets for this stuff.
Still fighter.
Well, wizard too, but yeah.
I think Ruby did a lot of damage because by this point she had the machine gun, and it was super strong.
Yeah, she had a ranged attack, which was like a dexterity saving throw. I think it's a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah,
it
is.
And really strong, and fighter, action surge, extra attack. She was super strong at this point.
Yep.
But we, at the moment we took Ibris off, we won because we were 2 against 1.
And also, Ibris was much weaker because his stats were bad. It's very lucky that Ruby's player noticed that, because she saw Ibris' character sheet and she was like, what the heck? Why are your stats so low? So in the end, Ibris went through a rebalance for the next arc. Yeah, and that was very fortunate.
Yeah, the thing is that even if we because we went with the 76 rule or 78?
75, I think.
75. If you when you throw, you go with your stats, you what is the word?
If the total doesn't doesn't surpass 75, you can reroll like the lowest one, I think.
Yes. It's basically that when you do the character sheet, you can like reroll the lowest stat, and it's a way to balance it up. And Ibris was above 75. The problem is that his stats were like too spread. They were like really spread. Like he had like good stats on everything, but everything was really mediocre.
I think he had like 2 plus zeros, 3 plus ones, and 1 plus 2.
Something like that.
Something like that. It was very, very low. He didn't have any plus 3 or plus 4 or plus 5. And yeah, it was kind of meh.
Yeah. But yeah, we just like, we remade his character sheet in a sense, so we can like make it easier for him, because it wasn't fair.
Yeah,
it totally wasn't fair for him.
We can really tell the difference now. He's much stronger now.
Oh yeah, Ranger is dangerous.
He's Chat Ibris now.
Chat Ibris mamadísimo.
People throw shit at Ranger, but I think they haven't seen one like in action, because Ranger is actually really good with the changes they did to the Hunter's Mark and stuff like that.
I mean, Ranger, I think it's one of the subclasses that it really depends on the... Like, there is subclasses that are fairly superior.
Oh, well, yes, this is like Monk.
Yeah.
This is like one that you can actually see which subclasses are better, or by a mile. And that's fine. I think that's fine. Then you can always ask the DM for some boost of some kind. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that.
Oh.
She's not that yet.
I think Aleph got cut off. But yeah, basically after that, Sakamoto invited us to...
God damn it. God damn it.
He invited us to...
You're gonna talk about it in your channel. We know, Aleph.
Yeah.
Yes. We can do D&D podcasts in your channel. So after this, Sakamoto invited us to get something to eat. And after that, we decided to go to the house. But before that, Liana stayed behind, because she had something to do. And this was actually an extra conversation that didn't happen in the session. It was an extra conversation that Neos player did outside of session. And it's one of my favorites, actually. I really like this conversation. It feels like a Fate episode, like the 5-star Fate episode. It really feels like that.
Oh.
It's very nice. Like, I remember she first went to her rival alchemist Fulcras in the tower. Yes, now some more people of the tower have tokens. I made some more tokens this week.
Oh my god, so cute!
So this is Fulcras. He is the alchemist of the Tower of Mages. And I remember Liana showed him Tomoyo, her homunculus, and she told him that this is what she wanted to do. That this is the kind of thing she wants to create, instead of, things to harm people. It was a very, very nice conversation. It was Fulcras was like, "Oh, so you have grown up." So you have made up your mind. And I remember there's Liana's quote from her wiki page is actually from this conversation. And it's something like, "Life is very short, Fulcras. And I don't want to waste it being somebody I am not." And it's a very nice quote that really represents Liana very well. And after that, she went to the upper floor of the tower to speak with the one that's basically the teacher in the tower, the thaumaturg, and also Nerun, her fellow student, another wizard apprentice. I don't want to say it, but he looks like Tauros from Homestuck.
Man, fuck you, Andrew Hassan. You've ruined my life.
He looks like Tauros from Homestuck.
Kanatunsi!
Kanatansi. I remember in this part, Lena was just hiding on the stairs while they were having class, and she tried to contact Nerun through message, but instead of using the material component as a component, she just threw it at him. And Nerun was like, "What? What's going on?"
Yeah, I really like that Lena development. It's really
Yeah,
nice.
this conversation was super funny. And also, I remember she apologized to him for bullying him all this time. And Nerun was like, "Oh, don't worry. Your siblings had already told us about your situation. We all knew about it, and we know that. We've been watching over you all this time." And Lena was like, "Oh no."
Also, Liana's player is probably watching us.
Probably.
I'm looking at you. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Oh,
yeah.
he's a little birthday boy.
He's a little birthday boy. Yeah,
We
today
love
is
you.
Lena's player's birthday. Yeah. We know you are watching.
He's always watching. He never shows us, but I know he's watching.
And after this conversation, Lena went to talk with Anne as well, and it was a very wholesome conversation between all of them. And after Lena left, she was at the stairs, just leaving the tower, and suddenly this other guy shows up. This is Warren, the divination expert in the tower, and he just
Hot alert! He's evil. I'm telling you. I have proof, but also I don't have any
doubts.
in my mind. He's evil. He's an extra boss or something. I'm super sure he's too hot to not be evil.
Well, I mean, he kind of looks like a Makusa from Fate, and that makes me not trust him.
Nobody trusts the poor guy. Come on, man.
I mean, he's
just a
kind
little
of
bit of
a
a boy.
jerk. He's kind of a jerk. But anyways, he just showed up there to smack at Lena. I think he was like upside down.
Yeah, he's usually upside down.
He was like grabbing the railing of the stairs with his legs and just looking at Lena like an upside down monkey, kind of like that. I can't
Kinda.
remember what they said in the conversation, but he was like, "Oh, I see you have changed a lot," because he had probably been watching all her movements and all that. But anyways, it was... I remember at the end, Lena said that it was because of a wizard. I can't remember exactly what happened, but I mean, her change was because of a wizard. And we all know what wizard Lena means when she says wizard.
Yeah.
We all know that she doesn't mean a wizard, but a warlock.
She doesn't know the difference.
But anyways, she considers Drew a wizard because he does magic. But anyways, after that, we went to the house. Ta-da! This is our house. I built it in
Yes.
Minecraft.
I
Yes, she
know,
did.
it was amazing. You know, I hate Minecraft, but your house, it almost made me want to play it.
I
on
didn't.
on the modded server, yeah.
I couldn't find the screenshots from the outside, and I couldn't get to the server to take more screenshots. But just as a funny note, Yeah, we named the different floors the Sigma rooms and the Ligma rooms. Yes.
5-year-olds.
Yeah, well, when I actually did this mansion with a generator,
Yeah.
you know, and I don't remember the name now, but it was like really good, and you know, I was like really happy to have found something to not break my head against the keyboard trying to create something logical.
Except for one part. That
Well,
is
one
that
part is
the windows of the rooms, they lead to the roof of the laboratories. There's
yes, which
no
is
view.
probably not. There's probably not really good.
Yeah,
you know.
it's probably not very architecturally good.
But it's fine, you know. It was like, hey, here you go. You have a place now.
Oh yeah, we got the watch out post. We've got the this small lookout at the other side, and it's the anti-thought lookout.
Anti-thoughts.
I don't know why we named it that. It's probably because we already knew that Haniel was with us.
I think we were thinking about another thought, Yomi.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of them. Anyways, let's not get into that. Anyways.
Yomi stares at the Mayan collage.
No! I wasn't thinking about it. No.
Wasn't there like?
She's
Well,
the
I'm gonna shut
best.
up now.
Anyways, some other stuff. Oh yeah, most of the people stayed at the house, but of course Gashu went to his house, Ruby went to her house, and she was also planning to invite all of us to visit her father's forge the next day. So we did some plans. We were gonna visit the forge the next day. And after that, the twins, Tane and Mayo, left for the outhouse. But Lena decided to stay for that night. She decided to stay at the new house. And by the way, you know how we named the house? We named it the Pinery.
This is a Catalan joke.
Yeah, it's a Catalan joke, but I guess it's something like the Pinery because we are the pine group. We like pines. Pine
Like pines,
trees.
yeah.
It's our symbol. ¡Yo-hooo! ¡Buenas! Estamos contando de nuestra campaña de D&D en inglés. And so, after that, there was a very important conversation. And it's that Dual had something to tell Liena. He had made up his mind since Alexandria that there was something he was gonna tell her at last. Yeah, there was something you were gonna tell Liena. And it's that you weren't actually a child, that you were actually a 31-year-old turned back into a child because Liena thought Dual was a genius like her. She thought he was a prodigy. And Dual, yeah, and Dual had just followed with that because he wanted Lena to think that she had a friend her age, somebody who was like her, but that wasn't the truth. The truth is that Dual was a 31-year-old and he had been turned back into a child. And Lena didn't know that. She was the only one who didn't know that.
I told everybody, but you know, she always says that she's 800 years old, so I think she thought that I was the same as her.
Yeah.
Like, being trivial about it.
Yeah, but here is when Dual told her the truth, and Lena tried to be strong, but she was crying inside.
I cried too.
She was crying inside, and she was very, very sad. And well, at least the truth was out, and Dual fell asleep in Lena's room. So Lena left and went to sleep in Drew and Suriel's room. And I think she talked a bit with them. They spent some time
Yeah, she
talking
did.
and all that. I can't remember what they talked about though, but yeah. In the end,
I think it was something about. I remember that she actually talked with Suriel, not with you. She asked for I think one of her feathers to make something for Drew, and Drew was there like playing sleepy.
oh
You know,
yeah,
he was just like making her believe he was sleeping, but it was like really a mess because I think she used levitate for something and I don't remember, and she kind of like started like tumbling down through the walls or some shit like that.
I can't remember at all, but it was probably a mess. But,
Oh, it was.
but anyways, basically after that, Lena fell asleep with Suriel, and meanwhile, Buff and Maximilian spent the entire night working on something. They took one of the big rooms at the sides, those big rooms here and here, and they turned it into a laboratory, and they spent all night working. And that morning, they went to Drew's room the next morning, and they gave him a box with something. They gave him a present, and they told him to open it after they had left. And since they were gonna leave for the Aust mansion, Lena decided to go with them. So Lena also left, and when Drew and Suriel were alone, Drew opened the box, and there was a pendant inside. A pendant made in this. I think it was made with the empty
Bullet shell, yeah.
the empty bullet shell of the bullet. I think it was the bullet that had hit Drew during the trial.
Yep, it was.
They are super big bullets, so that it was kind of scary.
45 caliber, baby. That's
Yeah.
a big ass bullet.
And the thing is, when Ryu touched it, he saw a memory of Maximilian and Buff. Basically, Aleph wrote a text about Maximilian and Buff's past, and he sent it to Ryu's player. It was exclusive for those who had passed the trials, I think.
Yep.
If there
At that point,
aren't
yeah.
gonna be any more trials, maybe you should release it for the rest.
Yeah, I've been expecting it.
Some
and
sessions.
and
We'll talk
also-
about that in some sessions.
Yeah, we'll
Ooh,
talk
some
about that.
sessions. Brrr,
Hmm?
brrr.
Oh boy.
Okay.
What is some sessions? We've been like exploring this dungeon for 2 months already.
I mean,
You'll see.
We'll see. There's probably stuff about Alexander there, so I wouldn't be surprised. But anyways, the thing is, that Drew saw all of Maximilian's past and also Buff's past, all in the encode thoughts that was in the pendant. And it's basically what they had been working on that night. That and something else, but we'll know in a moment. Basically, what happened after that? Buff and Maximilian went with Lena to the Aust house. Lena went to look for Mayo. I think it was Maximilian and Buff that asked her to go look for Mayo. So Lena went to
think
Mayan's
so.
room and basically called Mayo because Maximilian and Buff wanted to talk to her. So Mayo said, I remember Mayan was super asleep. Mayan was still half asleep. So Mayo was like, yeah, I'll be back in a moment. So Mayo left the room and went to speak with Puff and Maximilian. And I think Lena left somewhere. She spent some time in the house. But anyways, the thing is that Puff and Maximilian gave Mayo a box as well. And
Yeah.
They told her the same they told Ryu, that to open it after they had left. So yeah, basically they just came to drop the box and then they left. And when Mayo opened the box, there was a brooch inside. Very nice flower-shaped brooch, a lilac. And I want to wear it again.
Oh, you don't wear it. That's right. I thought you did.
I mean, I did. I wanted to wear it, but you were like, "Oh, you're gonna wear it with all the battles and stuff," and I was like, "Yeah, but I'm gonna better keep it for special occasions." But
That's fine.
I did wear it one time.
The important thing is that you keep it.
Yeah. And well, basically, after that, well, Maximilian and Buff left, and Mayo opened the box and got the brooch and all that. And she also saw the same memories that Ryu had seen. So she also knew about Buff and Maximilian's past now.
Mom knows it all.
Yeah, Mom knows
Mama.
it. Maya knows a lot of things, I think. And after that, Maya went back to Mayan's room. And Lena left the house a while after that because she had decided to go shopping with Dual. They had some plans to go shop for clothes and stuff.
We had to reconnect after, big field.
Yeah, after the big reveal. Oh yeah,
That makes us, closer to each other.
yeah. Actually, yeah.
I love her as a sister. I would love
Now
my own
you
sister.
are not hiding things from her now. So
Yeah.
after that, there was a very funny scene. Do you remember what you did, Aleph?
I don't. I
Do
think
you remember this?
I remember.
It was early in the morning. It was like 10 a.m. in the
right.
morning. And Sakamoto, Morgan, and Sael, they came to visit. And the rest were just chilling in
Oh
the main
yeah, I
room.
remember.
And
Now I
Sakamoto was
remember.
like, hey, wanna drink some sake?
Delicious.
But it was a very strong sake. It was Oni sake. And it was super strong.
Now you know where he got it from.
It was super strong. And I think Ryu and Ibris drank the sake. And Ryu just was instantly drunk. It was very funny though. It was very funny.
It's
to see
actually
him.
it's actually used as a venom. It's a
Yeah.
magical item. You
They-
can soak
they
the
took-
blades.
They took poison damage. They took
it's
poison
a-
damage.
It's an item that you can like rub on the blades, and it has like charges and stuff. But you can actually drink it if you're an oni. But
Oh
since
my
they
God.
are not, they get poisoned.
Yeah. Oh my god. I remember that what kind of piece of lore we decided on early in the story. That was that all the alcohol that Ryu drinks goes through Suriel first. So the fact that Ryu got instantly drunk after drinking the sake meant Suriel was completely unconscious.
Oh yeah.
She was knocked out instantly. But anyways, they had to stop Drew from summoning a demon. He was about to summon a demon right there, and they were like, "Oh no, Drew, don't do
Oh,
that!
no.
Don't do that!"
Oh no.
And also Drew, half drunk, he wanted to ask them, Morgan and Sael and Sakamoto, if they wanted hats for the party, because we were planning to have a party later that week. we went to have a welcome party for Buff and Maximilian. And Drew, in his all drunk self, he tried to ask them if they wanted any hats, and I think he said Morgana's name wrong, and she took it very badly, and she was like, "Are you making fun of me?"
That's kind of a difficult topic for her, actually.
Yeah.
In a sense.
But anyways, it was very chaotic, and well, when Dual came back, he healed them. He was like, I live one moment, and when I come back, you are drunk in the morning? How could you?
You didn't invite me. But yeah, lesser restoration, boys.
Lesser restoration. So, after that, the afternoon, we went to visit Ruby's forge. Ta-tan! So Ruby was there, and there was also Brenna, her father, and also Polly. And actually, Ruby's player drew the forge, and I found the sketch. There it is. This is what the forge looks like.
Yeah. This is so cute.
Yeah.
I really like this style.
Also, I remember on the way to the forge, Ibris wanted to ask the twins whose idea was that to give them a house. Like, who decided to give us a house? And Mayan was like, it was my idea because I didn't want to have you in my house invading my privacy. It was basically that. And well, after that, at the forge, we decided to we wanted to buy some improvements. I think Sasha commissioned a sword, Drew bought an armor, and well, wanted some improvements and stuff. But well, you know, the usual, you go to an armory, you buy stuff and all that. And also, Ruby noticed that her father was looking at the House twins with a very bad look. And she didn't say anything about that, but she thought it was a bit strange. But anyways, I also remember that Lena approached Mayan and took her hand and wrote something on it. She wanted to ask for permission to stay at the forge with Ruby and Sasha for another girls' night. So yeah.
That was really wholesome.
Yeah, it's always very wholesome when Lena writes on her siblings' hands.
We love Liana. She's so cute.
So the three of them stayed the night there. They had another girls' night. And after we left the fort, we went to buy some hats for the party.
You did. You actually bought hats?
And also some gardener tools. Yeah, I wanted some gardening tools, so we bought some gardening tools as well. Because I wanted to, since we had a house now, I wanted to give it a very nice garden. Well, Mayo wanted to plant some flowers and keep a very nice garden.
Wait,
So,
I bought outfits for the party for the all the dudes. Do you have the picture of that?
the what?
I bought really cool presents, you know, when I went.
I don't have them. I don't have them,
No.
sadly. Those got lost. But yeah, Dual bought a bunch of clothes and presents for them to wear at the party. So yeah. She bought Liana a dress, which we're gonna see later. And so, but that night, Sasha, Liana, and Ruby, they had a conversation out of session before going to sleep. And I think it was when they tried to determine Ruby's magic element, because usually she can use magic, but for some reason, I think it was some sort of rock or paper that Liana had that reacted to Ruby, and it was something like that. I can remember the conversation because I read it a long time ago and I haven't written it down on the wiki yet, but in this conversation we also got a new guest. Haniel showed up for the first
yeah,
time.
that's true.
Yeah, Haniel showed up for the first time. She manifested herself for a while. This is Haniel. She's another primal beast who basically lives with Sasha. She lives in Sasha's body. And, well, class cat girl. She's a cat girl, but she doesn't have a class. She's an NPC. She doesn't have a class.
You draw her so cute.
Yeah, I really like drawing her design. That drawing in particular. I remember staying up late with Sasha's player and showing him the process.
You tried to convince me to cosplay Haniel.
It would fit you pretty well, I think.
I think so.
But yeah, there she is.
Yeah.
No 4 years. No, 4 years are forbidden. No 4 years allowed.
I thought you said furries, and I was like, wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
4 years.
4 years.
Alright.
4 years. I meant 4 years. Although Sasha's player is in the 4-year team, so I'm gonna make sure that it doesn't affect Haniel in my drawings. I will not allow for that in my art.
A really cool detail you cannot see in the art because it's cropped, but it's like her wings are floating.
Yeah, her wings are.
Yeah.
Her wings are separated from her body. They are floating behind her. Yeah. And so they spend some time just chatting and chilling, and Haniel being having no sense of personal space. She was like, "Oh, you're all so cute." She was like hugging them. But anyways, after that, they went to sleep, and sometime later, Ruby went out of the room and went to speak with Bernard, with her dad, and she found him reading, and she sat down at his side to sketch something in a notebook. And she took the opportunity to ask him why he had looked at the twins like that. And after a bit of pressure, Bernard told her that back when he was still in Torhid, they had a very bad reputation.
Oh yes, they had.
Yeah, they said that they were very violent, they hit people, and that their family was very weird. They were full of weirdos.
And all that statement was true, yes.
Yeah.
Everything.
All of that was true. And after that, Ruby asked him how to stop being in love with someone. and Brett was like, what? and he asked her if it was the green-haired guy, and Ruby was like, no. And then he asked her if it was the guy with the purple hair or the girl with the white hair, and Ruby was like, no, it's none of them. But in the end, he found out she meant Heian.
Delicious angst.
And well, Bernard was like, well, I don't know what to tell you, but I think it's better to try to forget about it. You are still young, there's a lot of people in the world, and well, he isn't an expert in this kind of stuff, but he tried to do his best, giving her advice and all that. And meanwhile, this was a very funny scene. Lena wakes Sasha up all of a sudden, and the first thing Sasha sees is Lena holding a gun that says Godslayer. And Sasha's like, what the hell is happening? Who do we have to kill now? and she takes her bow. And Lena is like, I don't know, Sasha. Ruby left 21 minutes ago and she's still not back. I thought she was gonna go to the bathroom, but I heard the sound and I don't know if anything happened. And Sasha is like, what? Did you count the minutes? And Lena is like, well, and 36 seconds, but it doesn't matter. It's just I'm used to doing this.
Keen mind.
Kid mind, yes, she can remember stuff like this very easily, but Sasha will be like, what? Why are you counting the minutes? 21 minutes, 36 seconds.
21 guns.
But anyways, they decided to go to the first floor stealthily, at which Sasha got a natural one and she tripped down the staircase and landed.
With her big fat ass.
The legend of, fat ass Sasha.
Anyway, she tripped. The clap of her ass cheeks was too strong for that stealth, and she fell face down the stairs. And well, Ruby and her dad were like, what's going on? What the hell happened? And well, Lena and Sasha were like, well, we were kind of worried that you weren't coming back. So yeah. And Lena said that something like this happened once with Heian, and she almost shoot at him, but Heian was able to catch the bullet.
Yep.
The Aust family is a disaster.
It is. They have really violent tendencies between them.
They do. They really do.
They really don't try it with Liena.
Yeah.
But Mayana and Heian, they do have like...
Well, they say
very
hello to
violent
each
stuff.
other through punches and suplexes. That's what they do.
That's true.
Yeah. But anyways, after that, the next day, the twins left with Teine to give her a trial, to let her enter the Idelva military and stuff. And meanwhile, this small group, we went to visit Eostra, because we wanted to accompany Silverio to visit home. So we spent some time at his parents' house. They invited us for some food, and after that we went to visit Eostra, Silverio's primal beast. And since it was full spring by then, she was like more covered in flowers. Everything was super more flowery, and Maya really liked the island. She really liked the island. And we asked her about Jibril and Solomon and the Cliffords, and she was like, I can tell you anything. I don't know why, but I can tell you. And we were like, why? Why can't you tell us? And she was like, well, there's something that doesn't let me tell you. And basically, she has some sort of enchantment or gears that doesn't let her tell us information, which I suspect it's the DM's doing.
Yeah. It's
No, if Eostra told you everything, it wouldn't be fun. You wouldn't find out on your own. I think Aleph is dead.
Yeah. And I also think that when his wig falls, he will be the final boss. Stupid Al. He thinks he can fool me, but I can sense the hottie.
But anyways, she still gave us some predictions of the next thing that was gonna happen. She said something was about to happen in an independent island that's close to Reiche, and it's called Inismona. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, look, he's back.
Oh.
Hello. It's an island named Inismona, And Mayo recognizes the island. She was there some time ago, but for some reason, her teacher disliked this island for some reason. She never wanted to go there. So all she knows about it is that it's an island where druids live, and that there was a war a long time ago between the druids and the other inhabitants of the island, and that there's also a part of the forest that has red trees. And also Eostra said that she heard cries for help from somewhere, but she didn't know where. But well, she wasn't very communicative, so we left. We went back to Gross.
And she said some stuff though, like how cute Silveria was.
I can remember that. I don't think she's that expressive.
Yeah, no. She treats Silveria like her child.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I kinda remember that. But anyways, meanwhile at the forts, Sasha was about to leave. She was about to come back to the pinery. So Brenna gave her the sword that Ruby had commissioned for her. But aside from the sword, she also gave her a sheath. And Bernard also gave her a sheath. And it slipped that sheath was commissioned by Drew for her.
Yeah. It was a really nice detail.
It was supposed to be a secret, but it slipped, and Bernard revealed it to her, and Sasha was like, "Whoa, I didn't expect that."
Also, I want to notice that Liana saw that, and from that moment on, she thought that they were dating. And that's really important because she carried that knowledge for a long time.
Yeah. But anyway, after that, Ruby and Liana spoke. Ruby told Liana that she wanted to ask for help to Mayo before the party for something. So they said, yeah, we can go talk to Mayo before the party to ask her for help with something. And the next day we reunited to the pinery to have this kind of meeting about what Eostra said, about the information about Inismona and all that. And Heian was like, oh, what a coincidence, because it's where we're gonna need to go now. It's our next destination. He told us that the leader of the druids, this guy named Amergin, he had asked for help because they had problems with the primal. The druids, basically, they have a primal guardian, more or less, without many... he didn't give many details, but the thing is that the guardian that represents the primal has been attacking the village. He's basically revolting and Amergin wanted us to deal with that. And basically we would have to go to the main city of the island, this place called Burdigala, and after that we would have to go to the druids village, this place called Ithyrfon, yeah.
Ithyrfon.
Yes. Yeah. And Mayo asked if we would have to reunite with the informant there, because we still had to contact an informant about the status on Rachel. And Heian said, yes, we're gonna have to find the informant there. But instead of Heian and Mayan, because they were gonna leave somewhere else during this mission, Fan Hui was gonna accompany us instead of them. Heian said that he wouldn't move much from the ship because he's kind of lazy, but that we have to how to say it? We have to follow what he says. He would be our leader from then on. And
He kinda is lazy in a sense. Yes.
and Heian also revealed that Van Hui is an astral. Although he's kind of young, like around 80 years old or so.
I think it's 90 years old.
90.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
it was no. I've had 80 written down for ages. Because I remember you said 80.
It is 80? Okay, fine, it's 80 then.
It is 80.
I lost all my notes, but when I had to format the PC, so.
So after that, when we finished the meeting, Maya wanted to go to the garden. She wanted to go prepare the garden and all that. And the rest were like, oh, seeds. We have those beans we got in Alexandria.
Yes!
We should plant the beans.
The beans.
And Maya was
Come
like,
on.
oh, you are right. Let's go plant the beans. So Maya and Silverio, they were the ones who were more eager to plant the beans. So they wanted to they prepared this small part for they prepared the part of the garden to plant the beans. They had all their dreams and illusions there. They were so happy to plant the beans. And after that, Mayo planted the bean. But when she was about to water the bean, she saw that the earth was already wet for some reason. And all of a sudden, a giant geyser came out of the ground. And it wasn't normal water. It wasn't a water geyser. It was a geyser of sake. The same sake
Yes!
that Sakamoto had brought the other day. And we had to roll saving throws for that.
I mean, there is a table. There is actually a table. Now I see the drawing. There is a table of things that can happen when you plant the bean. It was really funny that there was it was a beer geyser actually, but it was like, I'm just gonna make it a sake geyser.
Poor Mayo. She didn't want this. She just wanted to plant some nice plants.
That's
have a
what
nice
you get for
garden.
making characters who like to plant plants.
Curse myself for making a character who likes gardening. I didn't want to plant the beans. Yomi, I didn't want to plant the beans. But Mayo did. And I couldn't metagame. I had to follow my character. And she wanted to plant the beans. I knew what was gonna happen. And
No, you didn't. That's the point.
I mean, I knew something bad was gonna happen. That's what I mean.
We were expecting, we actually got to see the chart and we were actually expecting something more dangerous than
Yeah,
that
that's
game.
true. We got the geyser and it was a disaster.
I have to give that to every campaign. It's actually really fun.
No more beans, please. I'm playing a druid the next campaign. Don't do this to me
He's
again,
gonna
please.
plant them.
Don't do this to me again. I'm playing a druid the next campaign. Don't give
Stop
me the
making
beans, please.
characters that like plants.
Come on, I think we can get to the pyramid next time. Come on, we can make the pyramids fun.
No.
What about that bean plant that actually takes you to heaven or something?
Oh yeah, the
God.
one that changes plane. That
Takes
could
me to
actually be
another
interesting.
Yeah.
In Everron, that could actually be really
Oh
interesting.
my god.
That one is like the 100.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just the
it
1%.
is. But anyways, the bean was a disaster. The bean was a disaster. And after that, I remember Mayo spent some time with Taine and Silverio training. She started training with Taine as well, and Silverio also started training with Taine. So, and after that, Mayon Silverio made some incense from moose flowers. I remember that. And well, after that, I think there was a conversation I don't remember much about with Lien and Maximilian, in which Maximilian found out about Liena's crush on Ryu, and he became Team Liena.
He's always been Team Liena.
He's always been Team Liena. Oh yeah, I think Liena asked him if he considers himself a prodigy, and Maximilian said that he doesn't. He doesn't consider himself a prodigy, but that it's normally prodigies the ones who never feel like they are. And well, the conversation went deeper and all that. And after Lena left, Maximilian entered gossip mode, and he grabbed his stealth cape and he went to spy on Sasha and Ryu, who were training.
I actually want to get to when he gets level 5 spell so he can cast Arcane Eye, and then you can even see him there.
No, that's too much power. Why would you give him so much power?
I don't give him that much power. It's in the difficult spell list.
Anyway, I remember this conversation. Sasha almost confessed to Ryu, and Ryu was like, "Oh, Sasha, you are such a good friend." And I remember the group, our group for our group chat was filled with sad gifs and screams of "Sasha, confess already" and stuff like that.
Oh, that was really funny though.
Yeah, and Maximilian was like, "Oh my god, they are stupid, please." And after that training session, Sasha went to buy 4 bottles of vodka, and they were actually training for a battle against Morgan and Sael because they had fought the tournament of the second arc and they wanted a rematch. So the next day, they finally got that rematch, and it was it was a disaster.
It was really
a disaster. Oh my god.
That's when I introduced to you the pains of slow.
Yeah, Sael casted slow. Morgana started spamming Stunning strike, yeah. And basically, Sasha and Ryu were debuffed as hell, and they had very, very bad rolls. They had terrible rolls. And I think Morgana got like 7 natural 20s.
Well, that's what you get when a monk attacks like 3 times per turn. Well, no, she attacks 4 times per turn. Yeah.
Oh my god. But yes.
And they were like the same level. The thing is that monk at that level, for a monk needs restrictions against monsters. That's why a lot of monsters have like stun resistances and immunity, but or you know, lots of monsters, so it's not worth to be like stunning everything.
Yeah, but
still, when it's like in this moment, it was just like, yeah, stun, slow, stun, slow, stun, slow.
7 natural 20. That was too much. That was too much. Oh my god.
I rolled very good that night.
Yeah. But anyway, after that, some of the group decided to go say hi to the neighbor. You know, our bad-tempered neighbor, Denner. And they found his butler on the garden, and the butler was like, "What's your rank? You shouldn't be here." And he said that Denner was busy, but they insisted, the 4 of them, they insisted that they wanted to say hello.
As good neighbors.
What?
They are good neighbors.
Yeah, we are good neighbors. We want to say hello to our very nice neighbor. And well, in the end, Denner showed up and he was like, not very nice. I know how to translate it properly, the definition, but
Asshole. He was an
he
asshole.
was an asshole. Yeah, he was kind of an asshole, and he was like, "Oh, what's your rank? Why are you speaking to me? Why are you here?" And I remember Ibris was like, "Do you want me to hit him or something?" And Buff was like, "If you want, I can hit him." Like they were all trying to decide who was gonna attack first, but Ryu was like, "Please, chill, friends, come on."
We're gonna be fine. Nobody's gonna attack anything. Come on. We just friends, neighbors,
Anyways,
right?
it wasn't a very nice meeting. They learned that the neighbor is an asshole. That's basically what happened.
I mean, what are you gonna expect? Like, I specifically said, don't bother him. He's an asshole. And you were like, yeah, let's just,
Let's go bother him.
let's go bother him. Why
Because
not?
we
That's
are
fine.
nice neighbors, but well, the thing is that Darren was
You
getting tired.
You wanted something to happen. You wanted
Yeah.
something to happen. I know it. You know it.
I remember the first time they told him, "Oh, you have such a nice garden. Do you also have sake geysers?" And he was like, "That doesn't exist." After we had a sake geyser.
You can ask Maya.
Hello, welcome. We're telling about our D&D campaign today. Yeah.
Hey.
And so after that, the party was like, "God, we don't want to speak with that guy again. Can we plant a bean on his garden or something?"
You wanted to actually do that, yeah?
Yeah, they went to Maximilian and they said, "Maximilian, can we plant a bean on the neighbor's garden?" And Buff was like, "He's an asshole. We need to kill him." And Maximilian was like, "Okay, let's calm down. Let's wait until the guy gets angry and does something on his own instead of causing the accident ourselves."
That's one way to retaliate, yes.
Yeah. But anyways, after that, Ibris and Buff went to train, and in the end, Dual had to come to heal Ibris because Ibris ended up unconscious from Buff's
Can you
punches.
pass the sticker? This is my whole mood with
Oh
you.
my
They're
god,
just-
I don't have the sticker at hand. But I can find it. I can find the sticker.
Please send the sticker because I swear to Edma herself. This is my
That's a
eternal mood.
I will show you the sticker of Dual's mood. That's Dual's mood. Like, Ibris, one single day without getting hurt. Can you do that?
Please, Ibris, can you stop? I just want to have my F here. You're not letting me.
Yeah. But anyway, after that, oh yeah, here comes Ruby. Asked Heian through the mental channel if they could speak before the party, and Heian was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, why not?" And after that, Ruby went to meet up with Lena, and after that, they went look up for Mayo because Lena wanted to ask her for help with the dress for the party. And also Rui wanted to ask her for help because she wanted something to calm her down before going to speak with Heian. Although she didn't say it was to speak with Heian, but she was like, "Oh, you know that spell that can help calm people, calm emotions." And Maya was like, "Yeah, sure, I can do that." And well, Lena asked Mayo for help with her dress because she thought it was a bit too short and she wanted to find how other compliments to combine it with and all that. And well, Mayo added an extension to the dress, like this kind of darker skirt, and it ended up looking like this. This was Lena's outfit for the party. Yeah.
Really cute. What a princess.
It was
best
so
girl.
cute.
Yeah. And she has a different hairstyle. Mai also lent her the hair clips and all that. And,
She's so cute.
yeah,
Baby.
Lena's very cute. And well, after that, yeah, they spent some time just chilling in Lena's room, and Maya was sewing and all that. And I remember there was another conversation with Sasha and Drew, but I can't remember what it was about. Probably about the battle, I think. But I can't remember.
I can remember either that part. I mean, the intermissions are kind of long, and
Yeah.
we talk a lot about of things. So
Yeah, we've almost been with this for 2 hours.
yes, we can go faster if you want.
Let's
if
try
you
to
want
hurry up a bit because we have
Yeah.
to finish this arc. So after that, Ruby went to ask Maya for help with the calm emotions, and she was actually wearing this. She was wearing her outfit for the party, and she had a very nice new hairstyle. This outfit, her neighbor made it for her some time ago. So, with the help of Maya's calm emotions, she went to talk with Heian. And she had this box. She had a box, and it was a present for him. And inside the box, there was a gun that she had made. It was a present for him because Heian was about to live with Meian somewhere else. So really wanted to give him something that could help him. So she made this gun, a gun called Oblivion Hunter. And that's additionally that's Ruby's seal.
Yep.
And basically that's it. It's a very nice gun. And meanwhile, Meian was listening in on them.
Yes, Heian is a bit of an idiot, so he's dense. Let's just say he's dense.
He's dense, but well, Mayo saw Meian, who was listening on the conversation, and she was like, oh, what's happening? And well, they eavesdropped on the entire conversation. And when Ruby was about to leave, Meian used rope trick to hide both of them. And Ruby didn't see them. But anyways, it's time for the party, so we can go a bit faster. I'm gonna summarize everything as best as possible with this. This was her outfit
So
for the party.
that's all you had about the party, that Meian was pretty.
Of course. Look
And
at
side
her.
boob. She'll.
Look at her and look at Maya's outfit.
It doesn't look
for
like
the
it,
party.
but Yomi always draws her with a lot of side boob.
And let's not speak about that. That you don't need to say that. It's not.
Yeah, it shows by itself.
You're saying what? Yeah, it's right there. I mean,
It's
I
like-
mean,
right
it's
there.
part of the outfit. It's not my fault.
you
What is that
designed it
love?
though.
I designed it, yes, but look at her. She's the best. Ah.
Bonk.
Ah.
The Meian is the best.
She's the best. But anyways, the party started, and Sakamoto's group and Fanhui were also there. They wanted to drink. I remember Fanhui and Sakamoto sharing some alcohol, the oni sake, and Fanhui actually drank the sake, but he was using magic. And
Yes. I mean, when you're a wizard, you can get away with some stuff like that.
yeah, and also I think Drew asked for in all the party he drank like 8 gut punch.
Sasha and Drew wanted to like really be drunk, like really
Yeah.
drunk.
Both of them
And
wanted
Maximilian was
alcohol.
like, I ain't getting nothing of that. That's
Yeah.
dangerous.
He was like, I'm not giving either of you alcohol today. Forbidden. You're forbidden from drinking alcohol today. So yeah. After that, well, some time passed and suddenly there was a blackout. The lights went out and ta-da! Dual entered with a huge cake. A strawberry
Yay.
cake. And also,
Strawberry cake
we got
for
a,
our special poksham.
for a special boxjam. Thing is that this party was to celebrate that Maximilian and Bav were now in the party, but Maximilian was there serving drinks. He was being the bartender and he was like, come on, why are you here? You should be enjoying the party. And he was like, nah, I'm fine. This is the best spot in the party. I can see what everyone is doing. And well, anyways, back to Dual and the cake. Of course, Elena really noticed that cake, and Maximilian was like, "Well, I don't wanna be
Impolite?
impolite. I don't wanna be impolite, but I'm not gonna eat all that." So Elena started staring at him like this. And well, Maximilian gave her a bunch of the cake. He gave her like 3/4 of the slice of cake. And there was this kind of exchange between Duval and Maximilian, and Duval was like, "Well, I do this for you, honey." And Maximilian was like, "I'm not Ibris, that will not work with me." And Duval was like, "Yeah, that's where the charm is, that it doesn't work."
Wow.
And
I
Maximilian
don't remember
was
that
like,
interaction.
and Maximilian was like, "Do you always do this?" And Dual says, "Yes. It's called being annoying, and I do it from the heart."
I didn't remember that.
This is the base of his whole dynamic. It's like Dual is extra flirty with Maximilian. Just
Dual
because
being
he
annoying,
wants to annoy
Maximilian being tired of him. But anyways, they were more shenanigans with the alcohol and stuff. But let's go straight to the important part.
Which is Mayan.
Well, more or less. It's not. Of course, it's Mayan. Of course, the important part is Mayan. Mayan is always the important part. Look at her.
I do think that the facts are a bit biased.
I'm not biased. Of course, I'm not biased. What do you mean? Anyways, there was a moment.
One would say that, the cake moment, which, it was the party making Maximilian feel part of the team, was the important part, but no. It's Mayan.
Mayan is the important part. Anyways, the thing is that Dual approached Liena almost when the party was already over, more or less. The party was at its end almost. So Dual thought it was a good moment to tell Ibris about something, because there was something that Dual and Liena were hiding from him. And it's that Ibris' mom, Elena, had tried to kill Dual. Ibris didn't know anything about that, so they were like, "We need to tell him. We need to tell him that his mother is trying to kill me." So
Yeah, I mean, it's all fun and giggles until, there's people actually trying to murder you.
yeah. But anyways, Dual went to speak with Ibris, and they went to Dual's room, I think. And of course, Maya noticed that, and she told Mayo, and they were like, let's see what's going on. So they went to eavesdrop. Yes, we went to eavesdrop again. I mean, it's
That is
fair.
certainly unfair.
I mean, it's fair because Dual and Ibris had eavesdropped on Mayan before.
You know what happened when I eavesdropped Megan?
You
I
fell
got
unconscious.
knocked out unconscious.
I don't know what you mean.
I'm looking at you, Al, if that is even your real name.
Well, anyways, Liena also followed them, so they went to Dual's room and they confessed about Ibris' mother, that she tried to kill Dual, and Ibris was kind of shocked. He was like thinking very fast, like, why would my mother do that? Who could have told her to do that? And my mother is usually more efficient in her job.
Yeah,
But
that's
anyway.
the part that was worrying him.
Yeah, he was shocked at the revelation. And anyways, after that, Ibris needed some time alone. He needed to think about that, and that this was a bit farther away than having to choose between Dual and his mother. So he left, and Liena and Dual spent some time just crying. Well, Dual was crying.
I mean, my best friend was like, I need time to think about, if I prefer to side up with my mom who's trying to, murder you, or
Yeah.
with you. That's been saving my ass since this adventure started. So yeah, I felt angry.
Yeah, with good reason. And well, I remember I have in the notes a quote from Liena that said, when you tell too many lies, you end up believing them. My life is full of lies. And well, in the end, Liena left. She left Dual to rest. And 5 minutes later, Mayan, she released the rope trick. But when we fell, we made a bit of noise when landing on the floor, and Dual noticed that.
Whose fault was it? Who was it? Yomi?
It wasn't my fault. It wasn't Mayan's fault.
Was it her? Well,
It
I
was
think it was
her,
Mayo's
yeah.
ass cheeks.
It wasn't Maya's ass.
I don't know. Seems suspicious. I think she's
It was
lying.
not. The thing is that I thought a very big brain idea. I casted greater invisibility on Mayan, and I did as if I was approaching Dual's room, in which Dual opened the door, and Maya was like, "Oh, Liena told me that you weren't feeling very well. I was coming to ask if you needed something." And we had to roll for insight and deception here, and I won.
I mean, fighting against a bard in a charisma check is hard, even with all the wisdom.
You can
Wolf
win.
I won, but barely. I almost didn't.
At what cost?
But anyways, thing is that in the end, Dual went back to the room. Nothing bad happened, and that was basically most of the important things that happened. I also remember that after Ibris left, he spent some time talking with Ruby. He actually told her about his mother, about what happened, and Ruby almost choked on her drink.
Normal.
Yeah. But anyways, after the party ended and most people left, I remember a very nice scene with Lena and Maximilian. Lena approached the bar and she asked Maximilian for his strongest drink. And Maximilian was like, yeah, I'm not gonna give you that. And Lena was like, well, then give me your weakest drink. And Maximilian gave her some mango juice and they ended up dancing. And Maximilian was like, yeah, what are you thinking about? What you're worrying about something. And Lena was like, well, too many things. I don't know what to begin with. I just wanna distract myself for a bit. So they had one last dance. And Lena then told him good night and left Tomoyo to help with the cleanup of the room. And Maximilian was like, well, I'm not gonna clean all of this. The rest are gonna do it tomorrow because it's their fault. After all, it's their party. But
Yeah, he ain't cleaning that. He's not a...
But anyways, after the party and all that, the next day we had to say goodbye to the Alf twins. They were gonna leave like the next day for their next destination, but we had our own quest. We had to go to Inismona. And before leaving, Lena gave Heian and Meian 2 presents. She gave Meian some bracelets, and she gave Heian the bookmark that she had been making for a while. Yeah. And also, Meian gave Mayu a sending stone. That's also important.
It is.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's the end of the intermission.
Yeah, that
Now
didn't
it's
took
when-
any time.
Yeah, it took 2 hours.
Yeah.
Can we make a break? I need some water.
Well, I just drink water and don't worry, I'm gonna keep telling about.
Yeah. We'll cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, meanwhile, well, it's a problem when I don't have the actual summaries written down in English. I gotta think way too much before knowing what to say. But well,
It's fine. We can be faster if we need it, or close it like at some point when we have enough.
yeah. Well, basically, we got to Arc 4 in Ismona. That's the next
Woo,
arc of the
let's go.
story. This is, well, I made this drawing like an hour before this stream, so
It's really nice. Don't say that.
yeah,
It's really
it came
cool.
out decently, yeah. So basically, we spent a week traveling towards Inismona. Nothing much happened on the way. Fanhui was there. He basically spent a lot of time locked in Heian's room, just being Fanhui and all that. And the other important thing that happened is that Ruby and Ivry started training. They started training every morning that week, and Ivry underwent a rebalance. And he became stronger. So that's how his rebalance was justified. So,
Sorry, it wasn't. I just was gonna talk, and whoa, that was something. No, yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of strength and dexterity now.
yeah, he's got a
It
lot of
left
it.
him really good.
He's much stronger now. And basically, from the deck, when we were getting close to the island, Ivry saw the island like this. And I think he noticed that there was something dark in the middle of the red forest, and that was kind of weird. Maya didn't remember that being there last time. So she was like, oh, there's something weird now. And the red forest wasn't that big before, so it was kind of suspicious. So basically we got to Bordigala, which is this village, this town right here, and we went to an inn that Mayo remembered that she had been in the past. And well, we got some rooms there and we went to investigate a bit. Went to, try to look for the informant and some first hints of where to begin and all that. So we were at the market of the island. There were some stalls and stuff, and we found this guy. This guy that's not shady at all. And
No.
not shady at all. He was like looking at us, and he saw Mayo, and he was like, "Mayo, what are you doing here?" and Mayo recognized him, and she was like, "Oh, wait, I know you." He's basically an old friend of Mayo's. He's basically an antiquary. I don't know the word in English.
And I think it's antiquity shop owner.
Yeah, he had an antiquity shop, and he used to live in Reiche.
Antique shop, sorry.
Antique shop, yeah. He collects antiques, but not your cool magical antiques. He collects completely normal stuff. Buenas tardes. Hoy estamos contando D&D. And so he was kind of surprised to see Mayo there. And well, they spent some time talking, like, yeah, I'm here with my crew and all that. And I felt like it was a good moment to come back home, because he had been in Fanta Grande for a long time. But now she's finally back to Nala Grande. And this guy, Shinra, was like, yeah, it's definitely not the best moment to go back home, because Reiche isn't in the best state, and that he has had to run away from Reiche because he's being chased by the authorities, and he had to abandon his shop.
That's what he gets for being shady as fuck.
Yeah, that's what he gets for being shady. That will teach him. And basically, Mayo asked him if he knew something about her teacher and her son. And Shinra said he had something to say about that, but later. He had some things to tell her. But anyways, nobody wants to buy anything from his shop because he's only selling junk. Like completely normal junk that no one wants. And he offered the group another thing. He offered them an identification of objects. He knows this very nice spell called Legend Lore that can allow you to know legends and stories about any object that has like some legendary reputation, more or less. And
Yep.
some of the crew were interested in that, but it was a very expensive service.
How much was it?
500 gold.
Oh yeah, it was expensive as.
So it was expensive. But thanks to Mayo, she got Shinra to lower the price to 350. But anyways, Drew and Ivris wanted to try it out with a couple things. They wanted to identify some stuff. So we went with Shinra to the inn, and we went to one of the tables. And Shinra started preparing the spell. It uses some incense and stuff. And Ryu took out Suriel's book. So after that, Drew basically told him all that he knew about the book, that he knew that it was a very ancient grimoire, that there's a primal beast sealed inside, it's from the astral time, and all that. And after the ritual starts, well, oh god, I don't know how to speak.
It's fine, take your time.
Well, they spend like 10 minutes casting the ritual spell, and when the spell took effect, Drew was suddenly somewhere else.
Yes.
Tan tan tan.
Was it the first time he appeared?
It was. This was the first time this guy appeared. So, Drew was suddenly somewhere else. He's in this strange place that has a bunch of doors, very irregular background, like it doesn't look like a real place. And he's in front of this guy that looks like this, not shady at all.
It was a day of shady characters.
It was a day of shady characters. The chess guy. We end up calling this guy the chess guy for reasons. So
Mr. Chess.
Mr. Chess guy. So this guy, this not he's absolutely not suspicious guy. He told you that since you are here, I'm gonna show you some things. So the first thing that Drew saw was this man with super long hair offering Suriel a sword. But then Drew notices that he's seeing that from, like, he feels shorter than usual, and that his body isn't his body. He realizes that he's not Drew, he's Suriel. He's seeing things from Suriel's perspective. And he tries to say something, but the words don't come out. So he takes the sword, and he feels like he has a warm feeling inside. And when he holds the sword in his hands, he suddenly feels like he's falling. And he's suddenly in some sort of astral laboratory, and he's tied somewhere, and he sees Jibril with a book in his hand, the grimoire where Suriel is sealed in. And then Jibril closes the book, and then he has another sensation like he's falling. He feels like he's falling again. And the last thing he sees is the man from the beginning, the guy with the long hair, now dressed in green. But now he doesn't have that warm feeling anymore. He only feels cold and hatred. And back to where they were at the beginning. He's back to being Drew. He's again in front of the non-shady guy. And let me see. Oh yeah, Drew asked him if the Legend Lore spell should work like this, and this guy is like, no, this is happening because I intervened, and you are in the Oneirosphere, a place where all the dreams of everyone exist. Like you can, it's a place where you can access dreams of people. And Drew...
It's actually canon too in Granblue Fantasy.
Yeah, it's canon, although you made it a bit different, and I will not forgive you for that.
Ooh.
But Drew asked him if his name was Solomon But this guy is like, no, I'm not gonna answer. Oh, yeah, when has this guy answered their questions? God damn it.
When has any NPC answered a question?
But yeah, this guy, he told you, we're gonna make this more fun. You can ask me anything. Listen, who are you? And
I should give him the Dark Souls treatment. Like he can just say something mysterious and then be like, and laugh, and that's it.
God
And that's
damn
all the
it.
dialogue he has. A weird laugh.
Yeah, that's basically what he does. And also, Drew actually asked this guy, how did you get here? And this suspicious guy, he says that's actually a very interesting question. He says that he came here on his own will, that in this plane of existence he's immortal, and that he can see everyone's dreams. He knows everything about Ryu and everyone who accompanies him. He knows everything about the party. First of many, yeah. Many people know all about us for some reason. Yeah, we slowly notice that there's a lot of people watching us.
Yes.
I
And
watch the stream.
they watch the stream. But anyways, he said that he also knows about Suriel's book, of course. He asks Ryu if he has heard about the Qlipoths and the Sephiroths. And he says, follow the hints. Maybe like this you will be able to find me. And to make things easier, he gives him a name to refer to him. The name Sepher. And that's the last time we would call him Sepher, because from then on he would become the chess guy.
No, you've called him
welcome.
Sepher lately.
I mean, it's a joke, but we always call him the chess guy. He's the chess guy.
He's a chess guy.
So basically, Sepher tells Ryu to find his real body, which should be dead from years ago, and it's probably so in some abandoned astral laboratory. And yeah, basically he encourages Ryu to find his body, and Ryu suddenly hears the crew calling him back, and he wakes up like, what the hell even happened right now? And Shinra doesn't even know what happened. He's like, what the hell? It's the first time he has seen something like this. Nothing like this had happened before, and he's like, who are you? Who are you, Ryu? Are you I know how to translate it, but the thing is that, yeah.
Oh, tell me in Spanish, maybe we can.
Se piensa que Ryu es alguien muy chungo.
That he's very powerful or very
Yeah, he
strong.
thinks that Ryu is somebody that's like super dangerous and powerful. Like, who are you even? But anyway, since Ryu got some very nice information from this, instead of the lowered price, he pays him the full price. And anyways, meanwhile, after Ryu comes Ibris, who wanted to identify the chalice, and well, he gave Shinra the chalice and all that, and he tells him all that he knows about it. That he found it in some ancient ruins, that it can start fires. He uses it to light up arrows and all that. And basically what he sees is a room like the one he found the chalice in, but there's 3 chalices. One that has lightning, one that has ice, and the fire chalice, which he has. And after that, the scenery changes, to the Northwest, which is a very, very snowy island. And lastly, a place similar to the Kingdom of Levin, which is a place where there's a lot of storms and stuff. And finally, the place that's more familiar to him, the same place with the starry sky that we've been in multiple times, our dear Rift. The same place that we could see from the window of the Astral Library. He sees a place like that. And when he's back to the first ruins where he found the fire chalice, he sees the silhouette of a bow, and the name Ishtar comes to mind. And well, that's where the spell ends. That's all the information he can get. But yeah, that reminds me that there's something in the rift as well from Ibris Chalice. So I forgot about that.
Yep.
And what about that submission that everyone has like a special gift?
Yeah. Some people
You'll see about that.
still need
You'll
to
see.
unlock the gifts. Special
You'll see
items
about
for
that.
everyone. But anyways, meanwhile, I also remember Mayo approached Shinra, and while they were preparing the spell before Shinra cast the spell on Ibris Chalice, Mayo told him that the body came from Idelva. And he was like, oh, I'm no one to accept letters, because we had a letter from the informant. So that's when we knew for real that Shinra was our informant. And well, we found
Yeah,
the
it was a bit
informant,
awkward.
basically.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward. But well, it worked, as long as it works. Yo-hooo, welcome! Good morning!
Hey, hey.
Continuing the Azure One retelling at last! So, after that, and Shinra being super happy that we fixed his economical problems for the rest of his next 2 years of life, Shinra started telling us more about the island. He told us that strange black thing that we saw on the red forest, that's a part of the forest that's covered in thorns, like some sort of plant, and that the red forest is expanding. That forest is a sacred zone for the druids, and they don't let anyone get close. And well, basically, this group of druids, each many years, they choose a new guardian is chosen to make a pact with the primal beast. That's called Erekura. And it seems that these druids, all of the druids, all of them live very long. According to Shinra, it might be because they photosynthesize or something like that. That's what he said. And basically, the son of Amergin, the leader of the druids, the son of Amergin's son, is the new guardian. And apparently he's revolting against his own tribe. So he's been using the power of the primal to expand the Red Forest, planning to destroy the druids and the city as well. And his name is Lugnasa. Shinra says that if Amergin has called us, we'll probably not have much trouble getting into the druids village, because when he tried to do that because he wanted to go to the druids ruins, they chased him away. They got very angry. And he's not welcome in the village anymore. Shinra wanted to go take antiquities from from the druids' ruins, and they were like, no, go away. Who are you? That's sacred land. Leave. But yeah.
You love him too much, Yomi.
Yeah, he's my boy. Of course I love him very much. I created him. He's my child.
This little dirty thing over here, that's my boy.
That's my boy.
That's your boy.
Yeah. But anyways, after that, Shinra, he looks at Mayo and he asks her if she remembers what happened to her teacher, Faye. Her name is Faye. Basically, Faye got married to a noble and they moved away. Faye and her son, they moved away from being Mayo's neighbors. And apparently the noble he didn't agree with the current politics, so he was executed for reasons. And Faye and her son, since they are being held in a fortress, which is where we are gonna have to free the prisoners of. So yeah, more trauma for Mayo. Well, first trauma for Mayo. Oh no.
That's my DM pain.
My teacher and my childhood friend are in a fortress and they might be killed, and also I don't know where my parents are.
Woohoo!
I don't know what happened to my parents because I've been outside home for 10 years. Yay!
Fun stuff.
Fun stuff. And well, we're gonna have to assault that fortress with Sakamoto's group. So yeah. Oh yeah, actually it says after this that actually since the politicians right now, they have been doing, witch hunting, arresting people associated with the people they are arresting, like Mayo's parents. So Mayo's parents are also in the fortress. Yay!
Whoa!
So yay! Both my teacher and her son and my parents are in a fortress, in danger of being executed. Yay!
Come on, I'm gonna be honest. It's my job as a DM.
It's your job as a DM.
In danger of death, it doesn't mean the same that death. You can
exactly. We can still save them. But well, basically, he also says that we're gonna bring Shinra to Groth so he can be safe because he's not safe here and people are still looking for him. And yeah. But anyways, we reassure him that we can rescue everyone from the fortress, so just a matter of time of finishing what we have to do in this island and then we'll go to the fortress. But anyways, we spent some time chilling. After that, Shinra left and we were sitting on the table, well, around the table and all that, typical in tavern stuff. And suddenly, Drew notices that there's a crow on a window and it's looking at us. And it's kind of shining because of his detect magic. Drew can sense magic, so he notices that the bird is shining. It's glowing for some reason. So Silverio and Drew approach the bird. Well, Silverio tried to call out to the bird, and he notices that there's some weird thorns around the crow. Also, this summarizes this scene very well. If anyone has seen this video, just look up From the Bird 3. It's one of my favorite videos. I love it. It's great. So basically, Ever sees that the crow has a weird shine in its eyes, like it's glowing green for some reason. And well, Mayo is kind of suspicious of this bird, so she prepares a sleep spell in case the bird does something suspicious. And obviously the bird notices that Mayo is about to cast magic, so the bird attacks Mayo, and Mayo makes the bird fall asleep. And the
Did
bird...
you get 1 damage or something like?
Yeah, I got like one damage. 1 point of damage.
Hell yeah.
And well,
Attacked by a bird.
the bird basically it falls to the table. Boom. I'm gonna just the bird falls to the table, and when we look at the bird, when we look at the crow, and we realize that it's dead. It was already dead. It was an undead crow. And you're suddenly panicking, like, oh no, I got attacked by a zombie. Please help.
It is a bit weird because it's an undead crow that is not dead, so it's an undead, so it's not alive.
Yeah.
English is funny.
English is funny. But anyways, the crow had been dead all along, and it was being controlled by somebody as an undead, something like that. And well, we brought it to one of the rooms we had in the inn, and Lena did an autopsy on the crow. She was able to take out the thorns, and Gashu noticed that the thorns were part of some sort of spell that was kinda necromancy, more or less. It was some sort of magic similar to Silverius, like it was natural magic, but it was also kind of divine, like made by the power of a primal beast. Some sort of weird race that. But anyways, Lena wrapped the bird in a blanket and put it in the bag of holding. So yeah. Now we have a dead bird in the bag of holding.
Yes, and it's gonna be there for a while, I think.
It's gonna be there for a while. Oh my god. But anyways, we thought, yeah, probably this bird came from the part of the forest that has these weird thorns. We're gonna ask the druids the next day. Well, the next day. When we get there, you know. It was 3 days of walking until the druids village. But anyways, some other stuff. Oh yeah, Silverio, Gashu, and Sasha went to look for information, and they found out that people hadn't seen many crows, but they had seen owlbears, yeah, with thorns, getting quite close to the city. And apparently there was a wizard that was investigating them, but they ate him, so the wizard is now dead, but apparently his corpse completely vanished, which is very suspicious, and I'm still suspecting this will be relevant later.
I don't know.
You don't know? Of course you don't know.
I don't know.
Of course you don't know. Of course you
Who
don't
knows?
know. I mean, people suspect that the owlbears ate him, but this wizard disappeared completely. There was no corpse, so... Aleph, is there something you have been hiding from us for a very long time?
I don't think so.
Of course not, of course not. But anyways, the innkeeper still had his notes that were that had many stains of. They had many blood stains, and there were some parts missing, and basically documentation about how the owlbears were behaving, about how they suddenly became violent and stuff like that. Like they were behaving weird and all that. And well, after that, Dual and Ibris kind of reconciliated after all that had happened a week before. So yeah. And Dual wasn't really angry at this point. He was like kinda, I'm not talking to you. But he wasn't really angry anymore. But he did
kind of, but not.
He did tell Ibris that it's okay if you take your time, but sometimes you hurt people's feelings. I remember that's what he said. So, sometime later, that night, I remember Lena and Buff went to visit Shinra because Lena had something she wanted to identify, but Shinra didn't have more materials for more uses of legend lore, so yeah. But anyways, they informed, Shinra informed them about something for the trip to the druids village, and it's that we're gonna need to cross a battlefield, and we need to follow a path that's marked with stones, and we shouldn't stray off the path. It's very important that we follow the path, especially in the battlefield, because there's ghosts. And he doesn't recommend crossing that part at night because apparently there's still swords and many things that people haven't claimed. So it's because there's ghosts, like me. But those are mean ghosts. Those were kind of mean ghosts, so they were not like
not the same time.
Not the same type of ghosts. So after that, next morning we left for the forest. It was a long way, long 3 days walking towards the druids village, and we did see some owlbears, but they didn't attack us or anything.
I mean, at that point it was pointless throwing you an owlbear.
It was kind of pointless. And also, we forgot to get food.
Yeah.
We forgot to bring food with us, so Ibris had to find some fruits and stuff. But those fruits were fine. Those fruits
will
were
come
fine. But anyways, let me see. Oh yeah. Well, we spent some time traveling and all that. And apparently there were some pillars with inscriptions that were written in Sylvan, I think. And Silverio could understand them. Yeah. Silverio could understand them. He doesn't know why. Probably because of Eostra's power. And while we were on our way, suddenly another crow was standing on our path. But Silverio decided to try to talk to it. Silverio tried to ask things to the crow. And the crow was like, "Who are you?" Silverio was like, "I am Silverio." And the crow answered, "You are Spring." And Silverio said, "No, I am Silverio." And the crow was like, "Is that your name?" And Silverio, "Yes, do you have a name?" And the crow said, "I will not tell. Go away." And well, Silverio was just trying to be nice like always, and yeah. The crow was like, go away. But I think Silverio understood that as a go. So Silverio answered, I'm so sorry, Mr. Crow. We will go now. And we continued on.
And you continued your journey like nothing happened.
Yeah, like nothing happened. And suddenly there were many crows like that. Many crows started appearing all of nowhere. Suddenly we were surrounded by crows. And all of a sudden, a bunch of those crows suddenly crashed onto the ground, and from them, a figure emerged. There was this guy wearing an animal skull on his face, and his eyes were also shining green, and he really looked like he wasn't undead. And
That in the middle of the battlefield.
yeah,
too.
we were in the battlefield at this point. We were continuing.
And it
through
was raining, like a lot of rain.
Oh yeah, it was raining. You are right. Oh my god. So and after this, I think Silverio tried to ask him if he was okay, but this guy answered in Sylvan as well, and he asked, "Who are you and what do you want?" And Silverio actually answered in Sylvan unconsciously. Yeah, actually we spent the night before continuing this part, and we started hearing
Yeah, but
some
it's fine. We
whispers
can
and
we can
stuff,
go
yeah.
a little bit faster.
See, I mean, that's why I mentioned it now. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Tasha noticed that they were talking in the same language that the night before we had heard some whispers, some very creepy whispers in that language. So yeah, they were whispers in Sylvan. But anyways, this guy, we need a name to refer to him because at this point we didn't know his name. Anyways, the undead guy, yeah. Basically, this guy tried to chase us out of this place, and of course we had to fight. He said this was his
The whole
battle.
point.
Wait, I think you got cut off. Yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
Hello.
Hi.
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. What were you
Yeah.
gonna say?
Well, I was. Well, that was the whole point. He was just like a guard in the battlefield, so.
Yeah. He basically said that this was his battlefield and that we had to go away. But we were like, we gotta continue though. And wait, I'm not really explaining very well.
It's fine.
Because
Wanna
my notes
take a
are
rest
mess.
or something?
No, my notes are a mess. It's just that my notes are a mess.
Ah. It's fine. It's fine.
You can do it.
Yeah, basically.
I remember you fought him and he said his name.
Yeah, no, he didn't say his name actually.
He didn't?
He didn't say his name.
Oh.
We got it from a grape.
Yeah. Well, basically, the guy just he crouches in pain, and Silverio was like super worried about him, but this guy he points at Silverio with his spear, and he says that this is his battlefield, and if we don't go away, we're gonna die. And Silverio asks him what happened here. And it's basically the place where he fought against the people of Burdigala. He's basically an ancient warrior who fought in the ancient war that happened here and all that. And also around the pillars, there's some lights, white lights are starting to appear. But anyways, Drew asks him if he's protecting something or if there's something else further away from there. And this guy says that he's being sent here against his will, and that oh yeah, Silverio didn't want to fight. He was like, it's better if we talk things through. And let's see.
Which he didn't actually take heed of. He was like, no, I'm gonna stop you anyway.
Yeah. And well, Drew was like, would you be happier if we deal with you? If we end you? And the man said, yes. Silverio was like, it can be, isn't there any other way? And the man is like, would you do it, envoy of spring? And Silverio said that there has to be another way in which he doesn't have to die. But this man, he tells us to reach Lugnasa. He tells us to go to Lugnasa, who is the guardian that we need to deal with. And well, Dual told Silverio that this guy is already dead, that they have brought him here against his will. So yeah, the battle begins. And this guy was actually quite powerful. The spear really hurt a lot. He had this spear with thorns, and God, he almost killed some of us. He left Gasho unconscious with one hit.
Yep.
He one
Don't you love
Gasho.
Don't you love insta-kill skills?
No.
Those are fun.
They are not fun. Oh my God. He almost killed Gasho and traumatized him for life.
Well, I'm the DM. I get to do that.
You get to do that. Oh, of course you do.
Him.
Anyways.
Come on, Yomi. He was like, ooh, I almost got killed. And I was like, I almost get killed every combat. It was about time. It was you and not me.
Yeah, that's also true. But yeah, actually, I do have the entire battle written down. But yeah, my notes are a mess. But anyways, there was a moment in which this guy, he attacked Mayo, and she stopped the spear with her shield, and the guy basically teleported her, and when he saw the pipe that Mayo was carrying, he stopped for a moment and he kind of like changed expression. He was like, this looks familiar. But he didn't answer when Mayo asked what. And the battle continued and all that. And sometimes later, he asked Mayo again, like, who are you? Like, because the pipe was really catching his attention. But Mayo was like, I'm just a merchant strolling around here.
Mayo is like, I'm just a merchant, and then just blows a fireball into your head and kills you. It's like, I'm just a merchant.
I'm just a merchant. Yeah, she's just a merchant. A very powerful merchant. But anyways, in the end, Silverio actually gave him the last hit with, I think it was a critical hit with a smite that did exactly 100 damage. And this guy, he vanished. He became dust, basically. He just disintegrated. And all that was left was his heart. His heart was left. And yeah, that was basically it. That was this battle. Liena identified the heart and noticed there were some spell effects on it. There was a divine spell that that kind of forbid him from dying, made by a primal beast. And there was also a very high level Geas. And well, she put the heart in her wallet, her very weird wallet, and Silverio kept the heart because he wanted to give him a proper burial and stuff like that. And yeah, basically that was it. That was our encounter with this guy. And
Yep. People almost died a bunch of times.
People almost died,
deleted.
yeah. So, some other stuff. Let's go fast with this. We can actually leave it when we reach the village, I think.
We can stop there and do the whole village. That's quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, it's actually quite a lot.
And I really would like to explain the dungeon in depth, like what I was thinking that you would do and stuff like that. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that dungeon is like
The heart was actually not beating. But it smelled. I have this in my notes. But the heart was not beating. It's actually noted down that the heart wasn't beating. So we were on our way.
we can do. Oh, no, go on. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, we continued on and all that, and I was starting to suspect that the pipe had something to do with this place. There was something about that, so she kind of decided to be on guard with that. And well, we continued on our way, and on the way, Ibris found some nice fruits.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Some very nice fruits that, those fruits look interesting. And he rolled a 0 on wisdom,
On
I
nature,
think, on
on a-
nature.
No, it
And
was a nature check. Yeah.
it was a nature check. He rolled a 0, and he thought, they are sweet. I remember these fruits are sweet. And
totally edible.
he gave some of them to Silverio, Lena, and Dual, and they started seeing hallucinations. And it was a mess.
Yeah, that time, when the ranger gives you some strange fruit, don't take it. Don't believe his lies.
Especially if the ranger has -1 intelligence.
Yes, I still don't get why nature works with intelligence, but hey, here we are.
Yeah. So it seems.
Doesn't it work with wisdom? And
Nope.
he just wasn't lucky.
No. Nature works with intelligence, like.
Yeah. And also
And medicine works with wisdom, which should be with intelligence, because
well,
it's
kind of a bit
medicine.
of both though, with medicine.
Yeah, we do both, but
Yeah.
officially.
And also, it could only be intelligence because Ibris has -1 in intelligence, and he got the
yeah.
natural one, which with that -1 became a 0. Very nice.
Ibris.
But well, after that, we spent some time continuing on our way, and we camped out for the night again. And I remember we saw some nice lights, some weird yellow lights floating around like fireflies. But they were, I think they were an effect of mana concentration. And you know what Lena did? She ate one of those lights.
It's not the first time,
It's
nor
not
the last.
the first time and not the last. It's not the first time Lena's gonna eat and lick weird stuff. That's magic. She just opened her mouth and ate one of the lights, and it was the start of
A
many
legend.
things that this is gonna happen again.
A legend.
The start of a legend. Oh my god. But anyways, after that... Oh yeah, that morning, Silverio felt something in his heart. Like there was somebody trying to curse him, but he was able to pass the saving throw, and he noticed it. He realized that somebody had tried to curse him. And he asked Moo, why would somebody do that? And Moo was like, well, we'll have to find out. But anyways, we were still being surrounded by crows and all that. There were many crows, still many crows looking at us. And after that, one of the crows told Mayo to hide, and she deduced that it meant the pipe, so she decided to hide the smoking pipe. The more they approached the village of the druids, she decided to hide the pipe. And after that, well, crows and more crows.
A wise move.
Well, yeah, it was a wise move. And the next morning, Ibris got cursed. He got cursed.
That's what happens when you play with some fancy fruit.
Yeah, every morning, somebody tried to was cursed. There was an attempt of cursing a member of the party, basically. Every morning, because of the whispers we heard during the night and all that stuff. And yeah, Ibris got cursed, and the curse is basically that if he falls to 0 HP in the next 24 hours. Well, no, I think the curse was permanent, but Dual could fix it in 24 hours because
that curse was permanent
and all that. But yeah, a permanent curse that if you get to 0 HP, you die.
And
But fortunately, nothing bad happened. And also, I don't know where it is because we skipped this part. There was a part on the way in which Ibris almost fell through a cliff.
No, it was now. Like after that.
No, it wasn't after this. It wasn't after this. It was before.
No, I remember it was before getting to the town.
It was before getting to town, but we are getting to the town now.
Oh right, yeah.
The town is right after
Fair
this.
point.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Basically, while we were going through the forest, we had to go through a very foggy area, and Ibris almost fell through a cliff. He almost fell down a cliff and almost died, but he was saved in time. He was able to hold onto the rope after that, and after this, we decided to just tie us with each other every time we go through a dangerous place, so if anyone falls, nothing bad will happen. So yeah, basically. And we continued on our way, and suddenly we were surrounded by some druids. A bunch of Verun surrounded us, and well, we said, yeah, we are the outsiders you are waiting for. This is Liena, because they were expecting somebody with the name Liena Aust, because they made a deal with Mayan, and she said, yeah, a group will come who has a person named Liena Aust. So yeah, we were like, yeah, it's us. You are waiting for us. So they brought us to the village, and let's see. Yeah, basically they brought us to Ithaiphon at last, through a cave that looked kind of artificial, and basically the town, the village was actually a safe place. Like the curse couldn't reach us there. There was some magical stuff, so we were safe here from the curse. But anyways, we went to the village leader's house, to Amergin's house, and apparently he was having a meeting with some of the old men of the island, the sages of the island, they call them. And we had to wait there for a while, so he finished the meeting, and all of a sudden this big guy, this old Arun that was also super muscular, he exited the house and just left super angry. And this guy, he just left. He ignored us. He completely ignored us and just left. So another old man showed up, and I had to improvise his token a lot.
It's really good.
I'm not really satisfied with how it looks, but
really
you know
like
what?
it.
I don't care, because he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve a good token.
He's kinda Ivry's player type.
Yeah. Now you see him, Alvaro. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
So, basically, Amergin welcomed us. There was also his assistant, Arende, who was this woman that's also here and all that. And well, he invited us to come in the house. He apologized for the other man, the one that had just walked past us super angry. And apparently he's one of the sages, and he didn't agree with some stuff they were talking about. But after that, well, he basically explained us a bit the situation. He told us that every time a guardian dies, Erekura selects another druid as the new guardian, selecting them randomly, and the forest where the guardian is sacred, and no one can enter whenever they want. It's just off limits for the people of the village, so that's why they have sought external help. It's because we aren't bound by the rules of the village, so we can go in and deal with the guardian. But yeah, basically we were realizing that this guy was asking us to kill his son, so we were like,
That seems kinda
that's kind of shady. Like, maybe we can, you know,
try to save your son.
yeah, try to convince him, you know. But yeah, basically, the deal is that in exchange for dealing with the guardian, the druids will let us investigate the ruins at the center of the forest. And
when
also,
there is ruins involved, we kill everything.
Exactly, we need to see those ruins. And well, after that, he also tells us that they are gonna need the pendant that the guardian is wearing, because they are gonna have to prepare another ritual to establish a new guardian. So yeah, and also
we were like,
and also some more suspicious stuff. Silverio asked if they had talked to the guardian, and Amergin said no, because we have to enter the forest to talk to him. So yeah, they hadn't talked to him. They hadn't asked him what was going on. So we were like, are you really gonna ask us to kill this guy without knowing why he's doing this? So
And
we
also
were like,
he's your son.
also he's your son. So yeah.
Couldn't you, at least want to know before killing him?
But yeah, well, basically, he gave us a bunch of information about all that. He also told us about this other guy in the village who does trading if we wanted to buy something, because they don't have normal shops, they only have trade and all that. So he told us that if we need something, we should go look for a guy named Fergus. And well, after that... Oh yeah, after we left, Arende accompanied us actually. She accompanied us to a house they lent us to stay in. They lent us a house so we could sleep and all that. And we tried to ask her some questions. And we basically asked her about, we asked her about Lugnasa, and she seemed like she was very hurt. She looked very sad. She says that Lugnasa is an old friend of hers, and that he was very kind and popular with the girls, but he never seemed interested because he was actually in love with another girl. He was already in love with one person. And when Dual asked her about that woman, she said she didn't want to talk about it. She was like, I don't want to talk about this. But anyways, Mayo asked her if she really wanted us to, to kill him as well. And she was like, well, it's what the village wants. And she left. And it was like, yeah, things that people here are telling us. There's a lot of things that people here are not telling us.
This is weird.
So we're gonna have to go meet this guardian and ask him ourselves.
To see what happens.
Give me a second. And so after that, we decided to go to Fergus to do some trading. And yeah, it was this guy. He had hands made of stone because he was the sage of the mountains. So he kinda has parts made of stone.
That's kind of cute.
Basically, Dual bought food for 5 days because we had learned from our mistakes and we aren't gonna eat weird fruit again. Spoilers, we haven't learned from our mistakes because we forgot to get food on another occasion in the future and it was horrible.
Yeah,
Actually forgot.
Yeah, we did. And
I also got another interesting thing out of him.
What did you get?
I switched up the ring of jump I got from stealing it to the head doctor in Alexandria and switched it up for a pendant that makes me not resistant to curses.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was nice.
It was a nice change because Dual cannot jump for the lives of him. So, yeah, the jumping ring wasn't that useful on him, but not being able to get curse, that's interesting.
We also found out that there was an apothecary in the village, but Fergus said that she's a bit greedy, so we shouldn't try to do trading with her because we'll probably end up losing more than winning. But also, Mayo tried to trade him some incense, and in exchange from that, he offered Mayo a potion of growth And she was like, "Are you insinuating that I need to grow up?"
Well, they don't see a lot of Harbin, so.
No, Bayo.
That's also canon in Granblue. There was that human that never seen a Harbin in her life.
That's bullshit. That's so bullshit. That's because they are cowards and they don't wanna add more potatoes. And that's cowards.
That's cowards.
It's not fair. So after that, let's see. Oh yeah, we asked him a bit about Lugnas as well, and Fergus said that he was a very good boy, but he wasn't very happy with having been chosen as the guardian. And basically, Erekura chooses the guardian randomly, and usually the young people of the village do competitions between each other to see who's gonna be next. And there were 4 guardians before him. They were called Luke, Aife, Conla, and Setanta. And actually, Setanta is the guy we faced on the way here, the undead guy. Tan. We recognize that because he had the spear and all that. But yeah, he was the previous guardian. So
something's off.
Something's happened. I mean, basically each of them had a different title according to how their lives were. And basically, Luke the sage, Aife the immortal, Conla the tragic, and Setanta the dog. And now there's Lugnasa the thorn, because he's very good at thorn magic. And
Yep, he is.
And also, Silverio told him some stories about his island because he said it reminded him a lot of the stories of his village. That there's also a goddess in his island that people venerate a lot, and that from time to time the goddess chooses a hero and all that. And Fergus is kind of surprised that there's such similar things in such a faraway place. But there's a difference, and it's that the Guardians of Eostra leave the island to travel, but the Guardians of Erekura, they stay in the cursed forest.
Interesting.
Yup.
Funny
And well,
influence, I
after
see.
that... And also, yeah, we found out that Lugnasa is like 70 years old, because everyone here in this druid village lives very long. And he was chosen the guardian when he was like 40, so he has been a guardian for 30 years. And after that,
He's an old boy.
he's an old man. He's a grandpa. But anyways, we said goodbye to Fergus because he had to close shop and all that. And after that, Dual was able to remove Ibris' curse, and
Of course.
they were able to reconcile a bit more. Dual was still a bit angry, but he was like,
I guess you are my little pogcham.
My little what?
Fuck.
Pog. Oh yeah, again like this. Yeah, Ibris, you got cursed again. How could you? A single day. I need only a single day without you getting hurt.
Spoilers. Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen. So, some other stuff. After that, since it was still not exactly late, we decided to go pay a visit to the apothecary. And the apothecary was this lady who was like, well covered in flowers, but her house was like full of mushrooms and everything was in a very weird state. There was a big contrast between her and her house. And
Yomi, how many tokens did you do?
a lot. I made a lot of tokens.
I told her it wasn't necessary though.
It was necessary.
We always tell her it's not necessary, but she never listens. She never listens, chat. We try to tell her.
It is necessary.
It is not. I'm pretty sure Jermaine is not even in the wiki.
She's in the wiki. Of course she's in the wiki. Everyone is in the wiki.
She's in the
Even
wiki.
the dead crow is in the wiki.
Carry on.
And yeah, she didn't have that many wrinkles. All the druids here, they were very old, but they didn't look that old, most of them. So after that, basically we actually tried to trade with her. And she did give us some information, because of course we wanted to get information, and that's what we traded for, because we wanted her to tell us things. And after convincing her with some presents, she said that ever since he was little, Lugnasa was very good at thorn magic, and that every druid of the village develops a power like this. Hers, for example, is mushrooms. And we asked her if Lugnasa wanted to be a guardian, and she said that no, he was in love with an outsider that had come here with a group of merchants after the war. And Drew was surprised because he thought that the woman was Arende, and so he asked if Arende is an outsider, but Jermaine said that no, Arende is just jealous. She's a childhood friend of Lugnasa.
Get that
The unlucky childhood friend. And well, after convincing her with one last trade, she told us the name of that outsider, of that woman. And her name was Faye, and I knew that. I knew it was gonna be her. I knew that.
Table.
What made you think that?
It was Mayo's teacher.
So it was.
And there's this. This is her. This is a scene of Mayo's past.
Oh.
Maya, her teacher was basically her neighbor, and Maya was always at her house wanting to learn about perfume and flowers and stuff, and she was always bothering her son. She always bullied him. Small Mayo was a gremlin.
She still is a bit.
Yeah.
Well, not that much, but small Mayo was a gremlin.
Energy.
She was a
Thank
little
you,
shit.
Yomi, for being participant of making cute male drafts.
Yeah.
He's a twink.
Yeah, getting the
Draft twink.
Kinda draft twink. Not super twink, but he's not strong.
No, not anymore.
He's more on the chubby side. So, and after that, Mayo reacted. She was like, "What?" She asked how she looked like, how Faye looked like, and Germaine said that she was a giraffe, that she doesn't remember the full name, but Fergus did get along with her. And she also, Germaine also confirmed that draft worked with incense, so it's definitely Mayo's teacher. So yeah. Apparently, Amergin didn't like her very much because he's very xenophobic and he doesn't like outsiders.
Yet he is here asking for your help.
Yeah, yet he's here asking for our help. And Germaine said that the fact that he asked us for help indicates how bad the situation is. And also that we shouldn't tell anyone that she has told us all of this. But anyways, after that, Mayo told everyone that Faye is her teacher and that she's the one who's locked in the fortress in Rachel, and that she never knew anything about the father of Faye's son. So that makes sense. We're gonna have to tell Lugnasa that he has a son. Oh
That's
boy.
going to be fun.
That will be fun. But anyways, after that, we can leave it here this night. After this night,
Sure.
That night, Drew and Buff and Lena, they were chilling outside the house for a while, and Drew and Buff made a very dangerous bet. They made the bet saying that somebody's gonna die here. Let's bet if somebody's gonna die.
Yeah, that could totally not come out grown.
Yeah, of course not.
Bit of foreshadowing.
But well, Buff said that she doesn't like this place. She doesn't like how the druids are looking at her and at the rest. So and they kinda there was this moment in which Buff took out a caliber 50 bullet and she just raised it at the air, and Lena was like, "Oh yeah, that's a very beautiful bullet, yes." So it doesn't sound like a very direct threat to the druids. And she was like, "Oh yeah, that thing almost destroyed my shoulder." But anyways, they end up saying, "Yeah, it's not like we don't wanna do anything bad to the druids. Yeah, everything's fine." Yet. And also, Maya contacted Mayan that night to tell her about the news, and Mayan gave us permission to act according what happened, regardless of the deal. So yeah, we are free to do what we want. Yay!
Wow!
And yeah, I think we can leave it here. I remember we went to Fergus the next morning and we did some last tradings and all that. And also Mayo asked Fergus about Faye and he completely changed his attitude. His face went pale and he was like, "Nope, it doesn't sound familiar at all. No."
Totally, of course.
Totally not. And he says that it's better if we don't ask about Faye. But yeah. And well, he also told us that the other guardians, the previous guardians, they are buried somewhere in the sacred land of the forest. So there's a path, kind of like Peregrinaje, no sé cómo se dice. I don't know how it's said.
True. Pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage, yeah, pilgrimage. That's it. There's this kind of pilgrimage path to the forest, and that it's also surrounded by more stones, like the pillars we found on the way here. And the first guardian made them. Luke made them, and apparently it was a witch of the forest, the one who taught him how to make them. And after that, actually he told us that all the guardians were from the village except for one. There was one guardian that wasn't from the village, and we even offered to collect some plants or stuff that they could need, but he was like, nope, that forest is cursed, we don't need anything from there. But anyways, after that, we left for the forest, and we'll get to the forest next time. Many things happened in this forest. It was very interesting.
Very epic.
You'll see
moment.
next
Very
time.
epic chase scenes.
Yeah, there was a chase scene
There was very epic chase scenes.
And a
with
monkey.
cries and screams.
Yes, indeed.
And a monkey.
And the monkey.
Oh god, the monkey.
The monkey. You'll see. I want to apologize. I feel like my words didn't come out quite well today.
We all have
But,
better
you know-
days than others, don't worry about it.
Then my notes from here on, they are all in Spanish, and they are all written as notes. They are well redacted as
It's fine, it's
narration,
fine.
so I gotta take more time to piece together my thoughts and all that. But yeah, I gotta go back to you know.
No working now, now relaxing. You hear me?
Yes, it's fine. I was just looking at Mayan.
Right. The side
Not
boob.
relaxing.
The side boob.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look at her. Look at her party outfit. I wanna draw her with this outfit again. I really like how this drawing came out. Best girl. I miss her. I missed her a lot this arc. You keep removing the Ass twins from the party. How dare you?
Well, I can have 4 NPCs at the same time.
Well, you can remove Baba Maximilian. I don't know.
I had like half a year without them.
Nah.
Yeah?
When was it? Oh yeah, we had to leave
Yeah.
them. They were
Yeah, when
apart
we
from the party
returned-
for a time.
It was bad. We cannot live anymore, you know. Hey and Mayan can take care of each other, but if we leave Buff and Maximilian, they come damaged.
That's true.
Yeah, each time they go, it changes a bit.
That's true.
We have to keep them, Yomi. The house can survive by
I
themselves.
know we have to keep them, but Aleph, you can give that excuse of I can have 4 NPCs in the party because 3 is also bad. And when you left the House twins, you gave us a 3rd NPC. None of us really wanted in the party.
Well, fuck you then. Do you remember that post of Final Fantasy XIV where Shadowbringers is really fun because you have the bad guy there and you can do nothing about it?
I hate it. I hate it because it's true.
Glory to Emmett Selk.
Yomi, stop complaining. You know, you have your OC girlfriend all the time with your Dual. Dual has been waiting 3 years of campaign. And I saw him in a fucking window.
But you saw
What?
him. You know he's there. He'll show up some point. It's fine. It will be worth it.
Yeah, at the end of this fucking arc that takes.
Kenma. You got that divine intervention.
Yeah, you can use divine intervention to just tell her to, hey, can you let me see other ones? Just once, just a bit.
For a little bit. Then I give him the ring.
Exactly.
I mean, I could do that when we are out of this, because maybe having divine intervention where we are is like kind of.
Yeah,
really
we're not
cool.
in the best situation right now. Oh yeah, and tomorrow we have a session actually.
Yep.
Tomorrow
We do.
the adventure continues. Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Some things have happened. Out of context, we are gonna decide if we go check out the Sonic Curry or not.
Sorry.
And what will happen? You're close to the bottom of the dungeon too.
You are right. We're in a dungeon that has Sonic Curry.
It's not Sonic Curry, it's just blue lava and they call it Sonic Curry.
Sonic Curry.
It's the
Special
Sonic
edition.
Curry special edition. I mean, it's a. We are in a floor full of game cameos. Like, we've got the Sonic Curry, we've got Mario's Fire Flowers, we've got Anatoly Karpov.
Karpov was also.
Anatoly Karpov.
Chess Grandmaster.
I will make little chess pieces with your bones, Misha.
Oh my god. No, poor child. Don't do that.
Your father was a coward. I will have my revenge. This is the last chessboard you'll ever see, old man. God, that is so good.
Oh my god. Anyways, that was it for today. I'll do my best next time. Try to
It's fine.
have a better explanation. It's kind of hard to explain with these notes, my shit notes. And actually, at
Don't
this
worry,
point of the
Yomi.
story, I was literally, as the session was going on, I was writing at the same time. I was writing down everything that happened.
Yeah, and that was grown.
That was wrong. I'm really glad we started streaming so I could stop doing that, because I was really just writing everything at the speed of sound. I needed the Sonic Curry back then.
You eat
God
the
damn it.
Sonic Curry.
I ate the Sonic Curry and wrote down all the Dungeon and Dragons campaign sessions. Oh my god. But it was worth it. At least I have everything down to the detail. And in the later notes that I have, the last ones I made, I even have the dialogues word for word.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
I have some dialogues word for word. Oh my god.
And here is how she uses her special ability, typing 200 words for the, I don't know, minute.
Not 200. I type at almost 150 words per minute.
Man, I do 70 and I'm like wrong half the time. I don't know.
I do
It's
like 15
okay.
people at work think that I'm super fast at typing.
Lemma.
So you can
Boomers.
imagine how fast they are.
Boomers.
They need the
Boom.
Sonic Curry.
Sonic Curry.
So
Get them gamer curry.
that will be it for today. Thank you all for watching.
Yeah,
We'll
goodbye.
continue. We can
Thank you for
continue
everything.
next Friday. I think I can have everything ready by then.
Take a week to relax. You've
Nah,
been working
I
on a
can-
lot of stuff.
I mean, it's almost finished. I had almost all of this finished. There's
Yes,
no
but
need.
you've been working hard for a lot of weeks, so you
I
should
know.
rest.
That's what I do. That's what I keep myself busy with. Working.
No. It doesn't work like that.
Yes. So yeah, thank you all so much for coming. Look at Mayan.
Bye.
I love Mayan.
Bye.
Goodbye, Mayan. Goodbye,
Alder, please.
everyone.
I want to say goodbye too. Show me Alder.
I don't have Alder, I'm sorry.
You have Alder.
But I don't have him here.
It's in the PowerPoint.
I don't have Alder in the PowerPoint. Give me a second.
Yes.
I can summon his head.
You can summon his head, but only his head.
I can summon his head. Give me a second. I will summon Alder for you. Let's see. Let me summon Alder for you. There you go. This is Alder. Actually, you're right. I got Alder in the presentation. I forgot.
Baby, he's perfect.
I forgot.
I miss you. Fluff.
Yari, yari.
I
I
forgot
miss him.
he's in Alexandria, in the Alexandria part.
Yeah, when I talk about him,
There he
I
is.
can. I
There
can
you
talk
go,
about
Alder.
him now. He's
Are you
fluffy.
happy
I
now?
love- Baby, I have better art of him. I'm gonna show you all.
Yeah, when
My
he
art
shows up in the
improved a lot.
campaign. So, now for real. That's it for today.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.